Hey everybody! What's up? Good evening everyone and welcome! Welcome to my very first reaction stream. Actually it's not my very first reaction stream, but it is the very first stream in which it is actually the very first stream where I'm gonna be reacting to some videos. So yeah. Good evening everybody. As many as you know, I'm Kurisu. I'm a VTuber nobody knows. But hey, who knows? Maybe someday I will be known. However, today's not that day. So, as I stated yesterday, today we're going to be reacting to random videos. That's right. We're going to be reacting to a lot of crazy ass random videos that are scattered all over the web. Fortunately, yes, I can access all of them here in the circles of hell. I mean, you guys already know why I'm literally in hell. I don't need to re-emphasize as to why, but anyways, so for our video, we're gonna be reacting to, well, for our stream, not video. My God, I'm not sure if I'm gonna post these reactions on YouTube or TikTok, but hey, place is something, you know. And the good thing about this is that, we can just laugh together, we can cringe together, we can cry together. I don't know. Whatever emotion these videos give me, it's probably going to be cringe most of the time, but hey, it's okay because yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack here. And a lot of these videos have been suggested by people that I know. You could say it's friends, not family, because I honestly doubt that my family watches my stream. But hey, we got something, you know. Hey, we got stuff to react to. So I also want to tell you guys that on Monday we still have the anime hot takes, and yes, the spaces are still open. Like there's still a lot of space, honestly, for a lot of hot takes to be read. So yeah, we're gonna be reading a lot of anime hot takes on Monday. Literally a lot of them. So stay tuned for that because we're gonna be reading quite a lot. Probably if we don't have enough takes for if we don't have enough takes by then we'll just search the internet for people with wild takes. But today I'm just gonna take a day, just to relax a little. You guys have seen me play Balatro often, and I said to myself, you know what? I'm just gonna take the day just to relax, just to react to stuff, just to watch some videos with you guys, just to just take it easy and not play Balatro and not stress myself with Jimbo a lot. So yeah, pretty much that is the reason as to why I am reacting to stuff today. Just to take a break from Balatro, because I know I love Balatro as much as the next guy, but it can get tiring sometimes. Probably can get tiring to you guys as well, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna put myself in my little corner and I'm gonna be searching for the videos themselves. All right, let me change some settings real quick. Let me adjust this for all of you lovely people at home. No, we got the window capture, but not yet, not yet. I gotta open more windows because again, we're gonna be reacting to this shit together, and there may be stuff that I don't want this in my browser history. I'm too lazy to clean it anyways. Don't worry, it's not that type of video, so we're fine. What, I look like a freaking rule breaker? Nah, definitely not. Okay, so let's see. First video that people told me to look is one from Internet Historian. Let me look that up real quick. Ah, here it is. Ever given, ever taken away. It's the name of the video. Let me prepare everything for you guys because oh shit. Let me change the settings real quick. DJ, you can stop the music now because we're gonna be reacting to stuff. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let me adjust the settings real quick. Advanced audio properties. There we go. And now we're gonna be reacting to them. Window capture. All right, let's I'm still adjusting things, so yeah. Okay, so this video right now is going to be about Internet Historian. It's about the Ever Given. It's apparently a ship. Yeah, it's a ship. And we're gonna watch it right now. Alright. Does this have subtitles? No, those are comments. My god. No, they're auto-generated. Fuck that. We're just gonna see the video itself. Alright, chat. Here it is. Ever given out. What's the name again? Ever given, ever taken away. I don't want to blast your eardrum, so I'm just gonna lower the volume a little bit. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's see what they cooked. Wait, this shit is 1 hour and 28 minutes long. Alright, okay. We're gonna be here for a while though. Let's do this.
This video was made possible by Saley and some very patient people over at Patreon.
Sponsor.
Okay, music fades in.
I might be watching these videos, by the way.
Let me weave you a tale of a windswept night beyond the old Egyptian sands.
Oh, wait, Egyptian sands. Hold on.
With the shore, and the koi are sure to play in the water.
The DreamWorks logo.
Where the desert wolves make love.
What?
To the moon.
Oh.
Exterior day. This is the Suez Canal.
Okay.
Undeniably, Egypt's most famous body of water. Nothing bad ever happens here.
Why does every time says that anyone says nothing happens in this place, something always unhinged happens? It happens every time, chat. What's gonna happen in the canal?
Oh, except for that one time.
Up there it is.
Oh. Okay, so there's a ship, and it's called the Ever Given.
Okay.
And it's going up the Suez Canal really, really fast, probably. And you think that, well, the Port Authority would call up, and they'd be like,
Captain, you are going way too fast.
Okay.
But the captain, he's wicked sick cool, so he's like,
they're just jealous of my passion for going fast through critical trade infrastructure. Increase speed.
There's no way.
If you will not slow down, prepare to meet the full might of the Egyptian military.
The Egyptian
two of Egypt's fastest fighter jets
military.
scramble on the runway. But the captain kept adding power.
Faster! The people of Europe need these Chinese knockoffs of European goods.
And they got all sorts of technology to go like top speed.
Don't go faster, I beseech you.
But everyone on the crew was loving it. Yeah, go faster. But then,
look out! Someone left a ramp in the middle of the canal.
No, okay, no, there's no. Two sunglasses.
it was at this point that the captain chose to do a wicked sick jump.
Oh my god. Lens flare.
But they overshot.
Wait. What was that? I wanna read that. Hold on. What was that? Hold on a second.
Ramp in the middle of the canal.
I ain't afraid of nothing.
It was at this point that the captain
Wait a
chose
second, I need to
do
read
a
some.
wicked sick jump. Lens flare.
Container ship does an amazing jump in Suez Canal. There was a lens flare at the Suez Canal and it made the ship jump even more epic. Coolest container ship to grace the 7 seas ever given. Ever given ship does a jump. And there was a lens flare. There's no way this is real, right? There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
But they overshot it. They were gonna collide with a gently sloping
shit.
sandy bank.
Well, there goes a crash.
They threw on the handbrake,
Drop anchor. Brace for impact.
but it was too late. Collision.
Yep, there it is.
Literally everybody died.
Okay, that's a little too exaggerated. What the fuck?
Ever given, ever taken away.
Hey, that's the title of the video.
Yeah, that'll do. Alright, see you in a year.
Well, tell me the full
What
story.
do you mean it's not long enough?
Yeah,
Wicked-
motherfucker, it's literally an hour and 28 minutes long. What do you mean?
Wikipedia, ChatGPT.
Oh, no.
Add the music. They love that. A reaction GIF? That's a good one.
My
No,
God.
this video's too good. Dial it back a little. Okay, let me start again. I'll do the phony voice too.
Callian 2255, welcome
Okay,
in and
so
thank you for
here's
the
what
follow.
really happened.
We're reacting to stuff here. We're reacting to Ever Given, Ever Taken Away. How's your day going? Well, I'm doing great. We're just reacting to stuff today. So yeah. We're reacting to some videos today. We're reacting to internet historians Ever Given, Ever Taken Away. It's about the ship called the Ever Given and how it crashed into the canal itself. How it crashed into the Egyptian canal. Alright, let's keep going.
This story begins in Malaysia.
Okay.
Of course, you already know, but that's this one over here. And at a
Right.
port named Tanjung Pelepas is the
Tanjung
container ship
what
known
now?
as the Ever Given.
Tanjung
The
Palapas.
last of the cargo is loaded onto the ship, and the captain of the ship, Krishnan Kanthaval, is there with his crew of 20. Hello.
Hi.
At this point, Kanthaval probably said something like, "All right, the boat's tummy is all full of cargo. We're almost ready to get going."
Where are you from? I'm
So
from Puerto
Evergreen,
Rico.
the operating
but I'm stuck in
company of the
cyberspace.
ship, would have called ahead and booked passage for the ship. Yes, one adult ship ticket, please. Large. How many containers? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
How many-
6, 7, 8,
yeah,
9,
how many
10,
containers
11,
are
12. Now, this
there?
guy at the operating company is on the line to the Suez Canal Authority.
Oh, you're
And
from
they are in
Houston,
charge of all
Texas?
of the operations of the Suez
Cool.
Canal. All right, thank you for choosing Suez Waterways. You are scheduled for March 23rd. You are 922nd
I want to see how badly
in
they
queue.
fucked this up.
All right, we've got a
The
Supermax
canal and
container coming
shit.
through on March 23rd. Pulling up the stats now. The Ever Given, one of the largest
Which is your
container
favorite
ships in
hobby?
the world. Over
My favorite hobby, well, I mean, I do enjoy what I'm doing right now, which is VTubing. I like playing video games a lot, but I feel like my favorite hobby is mostly playing card games. I love playing TCGs. I love playing Pokemon TCG. I also have been getting into Magic lately. I've been trying to build a commander deck. I still got my pre-con. Used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Not anymore. I quit Yu-Gi-Oh!
400
much power
meters
creep.
long, 60 meters wide. Only 10% smaller than the world's largest aircraft carrier.
Oh shit.
Able to carry over 20,000 of these shipping containers.
Oh,
Here's a guy and a sandwich for scale. All right, navigator.
Okay.
Helmsman.
I don't know why scaling the
Let's get
sandwich is
going.
necessary, but
we wouldn't want to
okay.
hold up the other ships. With a teary goodbye, the Ever Given sets sail from Malaysia and makes course for the Netherlands. Let's go to the map. Malaysia, and you already know, but the Netherlands is over here. The route's
That's
so
a
simple.
very
You just
long
go
trip.
from here over to... Oh,
What? Oh!
we're blocked by Africa, sir.
Oh,
Should we
no.
just head back? Don't worry, I know a shortcut. Head
Uh-oh.
into that inlet. It's called the Red Sea. Captain, it's blue.
Like nature, art, and sleeping and eating. Nice.
In a bit over a week, the Ever Given cruises all the way
like art
to the
myself.
Red Sea. And on the
I like
way,
drawing
someone on the crew
sometimes.
points out Djibouti and says it aloud. Djibouti, because it's fun to say. It's a great time to be a cargo ship captain, I can tell you that much.
For 4 years,
Captain,
I've been
we've got
deeply
another
into
problem
art,
on
and I
the
love
sat nav.
absolutely love creating it. Yeah, I love art as well. I'm an artist myself. I have made a lot of characters. I mean, I have a creative problem. I have a problem that is literally, I create way too many characters. I have like maybe 50 of them at this point.
There's more land in the way. How are we supposed to get through an obstacle like this?
Yeah.
Should I just head back? Now, if this was 1868, Canterville would be in big
I have
trouble.
a question you can
But
ask. Oh
luckily,
yeah, ask away.
In 1869, someone happened to dig a big channel right from one side of this isthmus to the other, and filled it with water. They did,
Oh, so
which
that's
meant
how the
that
canal
ships
was
no longer
made.
needed to circumnavigate Africa. It's not nothing personal. It's a geographic thing. Late that evening, the Ever Given arrives at the Gulf of Suez. Here on the map, it's a big open area for ships to park. And there are ships everywhere, sitting idle, waiting for their turn to pass through the canal. Now the helmsman is kind of driving around the area, looking for a place to park and drop anchor.
Yeah.
But then,
You got
something
arrested.
captures his attention. Hey, what's that mysterious-looking ship
I
over
mean,
there?
hold
look-
on. I'm an artist currently open for commissions. Would you be interested in getting something made just for you? I'd be delighted. I have a question to ask. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. What the fuck you say to me? Callian? What did you say to me? Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope you're not self-promoting, because I'm pretty sure you read the fine print before typing in my chat, did you? Please tell me you did. Like, confirm to me that you read the fine print, because believe me, you're not the first one and you're not the last one that has come here to self-promote their art to me. Here's the thing, chat. So I have a strict rule on my chat. On my chat. Yeah, I actually do have a strict rule. I believe it's rule number 4, where it says that self-promotion is not accepted. The reason why, it's because there's just been way too many people self-promoting and all that stuff. And I'm not looking for an artwork at the moment, and I'm not looking for commissions at the moment. If I'm gonna look for commissions, I am going to message the artist privately. All right? So that is the reason as to why I am not looking for anybody right now. So yeah. I know that it sucks. I know that it hurts to hear, but yeah. Self-promotion in my chat is off the table. No, just no. Sorry about that, chat. It seems that we had to, I just have to remind you guys that I just have to remind you all every time that, you know, to read the fine print before coming here because it is a little annoying and it has happened quite a lot. Honestly, it is. Yeah, I'm sorry, Chad, but no, just no. Well, now that that happened, I am going to check. I'm going to check something here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I had to do it, chat. I had to do it. Hate to do this as much as the next guy, but you know, it is what it is. So it was for your own good, Kalian. I hope you don't hold it against me because of it. It was for your very own good. And just a bit of a warning for just a bit of a warning for self-promotion out there. I had to time you out because, you know, it's only for 10 minutes, so you'll be fine. But it's the first warning. It's the first strike, you could say. Anyway, let's continue watching the Evergiven.
Abandoned. M.V. Aman. MV. Do not speak its name, helmsman.
What the hell,
Why not?
Voldemort much?
Look, there's a spot. That's a handicap.
Oh.
They park the ship, drop anchor, and radio in to the Suez Canal Authority. Thank you for joining the queue. Typical wait time is a few hours, up to one
What the
business
fuck?
day.
Look at the posters. Do it for
Why do
her.
we have to wait? Why can't we just go straight through? Because we've got rules here at the canal. A big book of them. No running, no dive bombing, and blah, blah, blah. Somewhere way down the back of the manual it says, all vessels entering or leaving the
All vessels entering or leaving the canal must take a pilot. Pilotage is compulsory.
canal must have a pilot. And in fact, a ship as large as yours needs two. These pilots are employees of the Canal Authority who understand the perils of the route. Kind of like a consultant to the captain. And they stand
So it's like having someone who knows their way on the canal so that they can guide you to the canal itself with little to no issues whatsoever. That way when you get to the canal, you won't have any repercussions if any accidents happen. I think that's how it works. Don't quote me on that. I don't work on boats. I'm not a captain.
around going, yes, yes, go here. Turn coming up here. Watch out for the geese. So just stand by for a while, yep? Alright,
Watch out for the
nothing
geese.
to do till this pilot arrives. Guess I'll take a little bit of me time. I'm off to my cabin, fellas. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And so just after midnight, Canterville heads back to his quarters to take a nap.
Okay.
Quite a cozy scene, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
But all is not well on the Evergiven tonight.
What
There
do you
seems
mean?
to be some trouble. With the weather.
Ah,
2:30
shit, there's a
a.m.
storm.
Canterville wakes up. Outside is the loud rattle of shipping containers sparring with the wind. Loud enough to capture Canterville's attention. Raro. He dashes up to the bridge. Alright, what's the status on it being really, really windy outside? The wind is up to 35 knots, but the Evergiven is fine and the anchor is keeping us held.
Okay, that's fine.
Alright, it sounds like I can head back to my quarters then. Wait, Captain. I think we need to move the ship. Yeah, those guys are getting closer and closer to us. We're surrounded by ships like the Al Nasriyah. Their anchors can't withstand the wind, and they are being dragged about. We need more
that's
buffer
not good.
for this risk of a collision. Good thinking. Alright, duty engineer, prep the engines. Aye. The ship kicks to life.
Aye.
The helmsman steers the Evergiven to get further away from the other ships. This whole thing might be
Okay.
cancelled. Port control. Although this waiting area is delightful, the weather outside is very frightful. Is passage through the canal still happening? Not cancelled. Hold position. Your pilot is wrapping up and will be on his way to your vessel soon.
So he has to wait for the
They're making us
pilot?
Captain, if we're struggling not to hit ships in this big open area, it's going to get pretty dicey when we
Gene
have to
Viber.
navigate through a narrow channel like the Suez. Yes. Although you should have said, spoiler warning.
Uh-oh. Why spoiler warning? What's up?
Coming up next on Channel Ad Time.
Welcome
Oh, there's
back
an
to
ad, hold
Raising
on.
Sailing. I'm Sailey Man,
Let me see where it's gonna-
professional traveler and eSIM user. Finding
Oh, there we go.
to get 15% off at checkout. Get some damn data on your phone.
No
why not?
ads allowed on my
Ad over.
channel. Oh, shit. Speaking of ads, hold on a second. I almost forgot I gotta turn off ads for my my shameless little Twitch channel. Yeah, I gotta turn off the ads. Hold on a second. Well, not turn off the ads, but at least so that the site itself gives me an ad warning. So you guys out there do not have to worry about the ads when we're reacting to this shit. 16-second ad. Okay, wait, there we go. Our bot should tell us when the next ad break is. So pre-roll ads should be disabled for the next 21 minutes. So we should be safe. Hold on, there we go. Okay, I think we can go back and put the video on. There we go. Let us continue.
Some time has passed. We're back on the bridge. There's the helmsman. Captain's gone back to his quarters.
Okay.
Pilots won't be here for hours. Then suddenly, an idea.
Oh no.
The helmsman takes it upon himself to navigate a little bit of art.
Are you serious?
Hee, says the helmsman. As long as no one checks the nav
I'm the
dial,
captain
this
now.
won't come back to
Tomahawk
bite me
Convoy
at
will
all.
come in. We're watching the
A
Ever
couple of
Given.
hours pass. The wind dies down just a little. No ships crashed into the Ever Given, but a small
thank
one
goodness.
did pull up beside it.
Is that the pilot?
Captain, pilots are here.
Oh yeah, there they are.
Welcome aboard. Oh, hey, Captain. Yes, we're running late. Where's the helm? We don't know what the pilots' names are, so we're just going to go with blue and red.
Blue and
Okay, I
red.
think we should move ahead at about 14 kilometers. That's right. Ahead. 14 kilometers per hour.
Oh, there we go. They made it to morning.
The Ever Given joins a
That's
convoy
fine.
of ships taking position at the entrance to the canal. Convoy, checking in.
I cannot with the fucking Cleopatra poster in the background that says "Do it for her." What the fuck, man?
Ready! Alright, everybody. We want to be alert. Stay focused. Yeah, Captain.
She a
I'll follow
baddie?
the other ships. I'll try not to get lost. Hold on, helmsman. And the audience. This is a much more perilous
What?
journey than you might know. What? A big straight line? This
Yeah.
is 193 kilometers of narrow water.
Alright, let me see how bad this is. So you start over here. You start all the way over there. Oh, it's not just a straight line. Wait a minute. Oh shit. So it's not just a straight line because sure you have a lot of space in this area, which is not bad. Gonna need a piece of that mum. See, Tomahawk, what do you mean? What do you mean? You've been watching Return of the Mummy way too much. You got two roads. You got this road and then you got this road. And then there's the straight line. And then the finish line is over here, which is where you get out of the canal itself. So they're literally all the way to the left. Okay, gotcha. Let's see how bad this gets. Because apparently if Internet Historian posted this, it means that something bad's about to happen. I don't know why.
Away. And I hope you've got some stamina because it takes 12 hours to traverse.
Oh,
That's a full
no.
day trip. Some parts are only 24 meters deep. Oh, that's
Kilometer sounds like an European made this video. You think?
very shallow. Yes, and only 200 meters wide in some parts.
Oh.
That's very narrow. I've seen McDonald's drive-thrus with more clearance. And you certainly wouldn't want to have an accident, would you? Because 12% of the entire world's sea freight passes through here.
Okay, now
If you
that
blocked
can
it,
become a problem.
The consequences would be humongous. No pressure, though. Oh, I see.
No
Oh, don't mind
pressure,
me.
and he
Give
gets
that speech
close to him.
everybody. Ahead, 14 kilometers per hour. Yes, pilot. 14 kilometers. Steady on. So into the
Okay, it's not
canal,
that
the
bad.
ever-given wind. As they cruise, the winds swirl back onto the sea. No longer buffered by miles of open water, the sand and dust can blow about with abandon. Low visibility. Strong winds jostle the ship. Grit pelts the bow. The Ever-Given steams ahead at about the pace of a fast jog.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
And there's no real build-up here, to be honest. Things go awry almost immediately. How are you coping with the wind? It's manageable. Alright, well, the wind is definitely pushing us to the left-hand side. Yes, just try to keep it as centered as you can. Adjusting.
These winds are quite something. Do you think we should have insisted they postpone?
The pilots don't seem worried, and they know this water better than anyone. The angle of the wind is particularly nasty, catching the enormous surface area of the ship and constantly nudging it off course.
Helmsman, you're still too far to the left. You got to get back to the center.
Yeah, I'm trying. Adjusting. The helmsman keeps changing the trajectory of the ship, but he cannot seem to stay in the center.
Oh no.
Come on, Helmsman. We're still not centered.
I know, it's the wind. No matter what they do, they can't seem to get away from the left bank. The wind foils their every countermaneuver. This is not as manageable as I thought it would be. Is it going to be like this the whole way? Don't worry, this is really common. It won't be the whole trip.
This is really
The problem
common.
is we're going too slow. Red Pilot takes the initiative. If we speed up, we can push through the wind. Accelerate to 22 kilometers an hour.
Uh-oh.
Somewhat reluctantly, the helmsman obliges. 22 kilometers per hour.
Engines engage and the ship speeds up. Captain, going this fast in heavy winds is needlessly reckless. There
True.
are protocols for this sort of thing.
All right, Gene, it's a bit windy. Relax, this must happen all the time. The Red Pilot was right. The increased speed helps them to fight through the wind and get away from the left-hand bank. However, they can't seem to keep the ship in the very center.
That's a
Helmsman,
problem.
you're aimed too severely to the right-hand bank now. We need a bit of leadership here. Don't worry, I know what to do. Turn left. Adjusting. The pilot's
It's
giving
gonna start
steering
wobbling,
instructions now.
though.
Captain, is he supposed to do that? Captain, the pilot is not here to give steering orders. You should say something. The ship is
Do
now
something,
consistently
Captain!
snaking left and right and left and right. Turn to the right. So they turn to the right.
But then they end up too far
Come
to the
on,
right.
you're the captain. Do
You're
something.
too close to the right bank now. Turn to the left. Yes, I agree. Turn to the left. Look, this is all a bit tense, and we both know where this is going.
Oh no.
It's gonna crash.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy it. Oh, wow. There it is. A gently sloping sandy bank. Red Pilot, we're just consultants. This isn't our job to steer the ship. You're micromanaging. We should only be giving general navigation advice. We're getting too
Yeah.
close to the left bank. I can't keep it centered. We have to slow this ship down. If we slow down, the wind will push us into the bank.
Oh
What
no.
do I do? Reduce the speed.
In between
The
speed,
two
bro.
pilots begin bickering. And not just bickering normally. They're bickering in Arabic. Arabickering. And Cantable's crew doesn't speak Arabic. What the hell are they saying? I don't know. Neither do I. Does anyone
Me
here speak
neither.
Arabic?
Oh god, what is
The Ever-Given has
this?
reached its target speed of 22 kilometers an hour. But they're taking wider and wider turns and
That's
can't
pretty
seem to
bad.
get anywhere near the center of the lane.
That's pretty
And the
bad.
two pilots, they're still fighting. Captain? Captain! Pilots!
Captain!
Captain!
The Ever Given then reaches an extreme, unrecoverable angle,
Oh,
pointing
no.
acutely to the right, straight for the bank.
How bad can this get?
We need to turn left. Now. Hard left. Hard to the left. Hard to the left. The rudder turns. But the ship doesn't turn with it. Instead, it slides. Didn't I tell you to turn left? Why aren't we turning? I am turning to the left, Captain. The ship's not responding.
You're fucked.
I knew this would happen.
fucked.
It's your fault. The helmsman loses his ability to steer. The ship has gone out of control.
Freaking Camilla in the background.
Captain. Canterbury finally steps forward. Enough! Helmsman, center the rudder. Reduce speed. Rudder center. Reduce... But it's too late. Canterville did not intervene in time.
No.
Shit.
According to a person familiar with the VDR audio, Captain Campbell reacted as anyone might in the same situation. Shit. He screamed. Oh, wait, he screamed. Shit! He screamed. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, we're fucked, I guess.
The crew can feel the vibration through the floor as the bow meets the bank.
Okay, now that's
That
a
bow,
fucking
raised
problem.
6 meters, slides into the bank with ease, like a hot pencil through pudding. Meanwhile, the rear of the ship is pulled into the opposite bank. The bridge shakes and the crew lurches forward as 300,000 tons of momentum is reduced to 0 in the span of a couple of seconds. We've run aground! We've run aground! Cut your engines! Canterville yells out on the radio, because don't forget, these ships are running as a convoy, which means that the ships behind them have just seen what's happened, and they all have to slam on the brakes. A couple of ships back, the Asia Ruby 3 suffers an engine malfunction, and it cannot stop as quickly as it intends to, and nearly plows into the back of the Maersk Denver.
Oh, that's
They
even
manage to stop
worse.
themselves just in time and
thank
prevent running
goodness.
aground as well. Pan back to the Ever Given. Let us look at it from above. It is diagonally wedged across the entire canal. An unplanned bridge connecting 2 continents. A ship collision of such magnitude, there's almost nothing to compare it to.
So the thing's just stuck.
Maybe Hindenburg? 9/11? I'll keep Googling. No, hold off on the dramatic sound effects.
So the thing is literally stuck to the canal. So it's literally blocking the way. It's literally blocking the traffic to the canal. Oh nah, brother. Oh, that's horrible. Damn. Not gonna be able to get that special edition. That special edition golden chocobo now. Oh wait. Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy was not created by that time. Never mind.
There's no need to panic just yet. It's like a car tire stuck in the mud. We simply reverse. Full astern. Well, that means full backwards. Propellers
Nah,
at the
that shit
back of
ain't
the
moving.
ship whiz to little effect. Locked in place by the sand. We didn't move. Merely a run-up. Crash astern. That's the most dramatic version of full astern, ramping up to full thrust as quickly as possible.
That ain't moving.
No, stop it. No sound effect just yet. We still have one more option. Start up the bow thrusters. They're the jets at the front of the ship that give a little bit of extra oomph. Crash astern, full thrusters.
Still nothing. Oh nah, that
No
shit's
effect,
stuck.
sir. Now, we don't have the transcript from here, so we'll just presume that at the time,
Canterville said something very quirky and millennial, like,
so that just happened. But what we do know is that he and the pilots then jumped on the radio and got in contact with the Port Authority.
we've got something to tell you, and you gotta promise not to get mad. Shut up. Listen, we're gonna need a tugboat.
We are run aground.
The helmsman takes a turn at being
They're gonna need a lot more than just one tugboat.
There are other ships right behind me, aren't there? Uh-huh. And there were, as the queue of container ships piling up behind them got longer and longer.
Make that 2 tugboats.
Actually, make that 5 at least.
So what happened here exactly? And who is in big, big trouble?
I'm gonna say that the red pilot is the one in trouble because he is the one who encouraged the helmsman to go at full speed. So I think the red pilot is the one in trouble. Even with the wind, I feel that they should have gotten to regular speed, but no, they went full speed ahead, and that's why the boat got stuck. So the blame is on the red pilot.
Explainer time. There are 3 main causes to why the ship crashed.
Okay.
Let's start with the wind.
Yeah.
The captain could have very easily said, guys, the wind is far too severe. Let's postpone. But he didn't. However, the blame's not all on Canterville. The 2 pilots could have also said, let's just follow protocol. By radioing in to HQ and saying, yes, get us 2 tugboats, please. With one on each side at the front, they would have had far more stability and control. And they wouldn't need to erratically fight about with the wind to stay in the middle of the lane. Second cause, the speed of the
there
ship.
it is.
Now, it was the red pilot who told the helmsman, accelerate the ship to 22 kilometers per hour. But when he did that, they were already driving at the speed limit for the
Vessels allowed to transit with a speed of 14 kilometers per hour. So they went above the speed, already violated a law when it comes to ships.
their weight class, 14 kilometers per hour.
Okay, no more pausing.
And telling the helmsman
Trust.
to go beyond that meant that they are technically breaking the rules. And while I agree that some rules are made to be broken, going this fast in a very large ship in a comparatively small canal causes a whole bunch of problems to do with fluid dynamics.
Oh.
Big problems. Huge.
5 fun physics phenomena.
Now, I don't know the physics, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. But what I will say is this.
Okay,
Speeding
I
up
may
causes
pause on
something
stuff that needs
approximating
reading.
oversteer. The ship becomes all slidey. I'm just going to turn a little bit to the left, but instead you go a lot to the left. I'll just turn right a little bit, but instead you turn to the right a lot. Remember how the cheerful navigator was like, come on guys, we have to get back to the center of the lane.
Yeah.
Well, they can't, because every time they try to direct back to the center, the speed and the oversteer
It's like
means they
predicting
overshoot
where
it.
you're going to be
One
driving.
more effect of going very fast.
I will sneeze. Wait for it.
Okay.
Take a look at this animation side on.
Yeah.
Water pressure effects cause the ship to tilt. At this speed, the front is raised 6 meters higher than usual, which means when they collide with the bank, combined with the high velocity, they really wedge themselves in.
Ooh.
But we can't just blame everything on the physicists, because there's a third main cause.
That being?
Poor communication.
All right.
English is the official language of pretty much every.
So, okay, I'm going to be pausing on stuff like this that needs reading, right? But other than that, I'm not going to be pausing much. English was chosen as the principal lexicon for sea speak.
Report. However, the pilots start arguing with each other
In Arabic.
which is not just unprofessional, but excludes all of the rest of the crew from what's being discussed.
True.
And all of these competing voices make for chaos on the bridge. But the blame is not all on the co-pilots either. The captain is always in charge. He has the ultimate authority. Decisions start and end with him.
The master or his qualified representative should be present at all times on the bridge where they are responsible for the control and management of the vessel. So the captain did have the power to tell them, hey, quit your bitching. I call the shots here. You Middle, now.
So the captain should have intervened and said something like, "Shut up, everybody." But he doesn't. He stands there quite passively throughout. By the time he does step in, it's too late.
It's too late, yeah.
Now that everything's been laid out, who would you say is at fault for the crash of the Ever Given?
Red pilot.
The helmsman?
Nah.
Blue pilot?
Nah.
The red pilot?
Yep.
Canthaville?
No.
I'll tell you.
Who?
Society, that's who.
Huh?
You and me. And I think you should apologize.
What do you mean? Act 2, here we go. What do you mean it's my fault? Day 1 being stuck. Oh, it's gonna be funny.
So we have something 3.5 times the size of the Titanic, choking the world's largest freighting canal like a greedy seagull throating a glue stick. Good start. And they didn't get very far through the canal itself. About 5% of the progress bar.
That's
But if we
pretty
scroll
low.
up for a second, we can see what landmarks they missed out on. The Great Bitter Lake, named so because the water there is very salty instead of fresh.
Okay.
Then up a 2-lane bit and over to Timsar Lake, named so because Timsar is the Arabic word for crocodile, because there used to be crocodiles in there.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's pretty much zip right through to the Mediterranean. That would have been very nice for them. Now we go back a bit to Timsar Lake, and here you'll find the city of Ismailia.
Okay.
And at its port, see this building?
Yeah.
This is the Suez Canal Authority. Inside, Captain El Said, head of navigational control, is just settling in for the day. As he sits down to his desk, Captain, you're gonna want to see this. The video feed pulls up. What? Line 1. We're stuck. We'd like to request a tugboat. Stuck? Stuck where? You know that single lane area pretty close to the entrance? There.
Yep.
Now, had this happened in one of the 2-lane sections, they could have kept the traffic flowing. But alas.
No.
What? So you're blocking all the traffic? Mr. El Said, we already promised we wouldn't get mad. Fine. I gotta see how bad it is in person. El Said snatches his keys off his desk, and he races down to his car, rushing to the scene. He gets out and casts his eyes upon the ship. My God. Towering over him is a structure the width and breadth of the world's
bad,
largest
right?
Walmart. Except it is also 15
my
stories
God.
tall.
You can see it from
raised
afar.
6 meters higher than normal, is jammed into one side. Like an unwitting finger in a Chinese finger trap that somebody filled with Gorilla Glue in its prom tomorrow. And the ass of the ship, firmly squatting aground on the other side. And the middle of the ship, making bended metal groans as it's barely suspended by only a few meters of water. El Said lets the sand run through his fingers. At this point, another important person arrives on the scene. Admiral Rabi. He is the Suez Canal Authority chairman, the big boss of the whole canal. Here's the rough structure of the organization. He's all the way up here, right?
Oh no.
So high up that he reports directly to the Pharaoh of Egypt himself. Yep, that's one blocked canal. No, Mr. President, he didn't say blocked. Shut up. He said that canal rocked. He's giving it a 5-star review. Come on, follow me to the bridge. Now, El Said and Rabi board the ship. And it's a hell of a scene. The crew is racing around. Oh God, they're gonna check the nav data. They're gonna see the dick pic. Oh God. Campbell's standing back taking a panicked phone call with the operating company. Okay, so 2 pilots walk into a ship, and the first one says, and the 2 pilots from before are still bickering.
They're still arguing? Are you serious? After giving their account of the accident to El Said, the 2 SAA pilots who've been on the Ever Given's bridge prepare to disembark. As they did, so they continued to bicker, according to lawsuit evidence that's disputed by the SCA. The boat literally got stuck, and these motherfuckers are still arguing.
All right, you 2 are dismissed. Canthaville. Oh God, this is the end of my career. This is gonna cost $1 billion.
Al-Said puts his hand on Canterville's shoulder. Do not worry, my friend. We shall solve this.
Come on, Captain. What's the status? Well, the ship isn't floating. Yeah. No, what I mean is the situation is worse than you think. It's the way we're pitched up on the shore. The weight distribution is all wrong. We're like a raised bridge, but we don't have any of the support underneath. The middle of the ship could bend under its own weight and tear.
That's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah. That would shut down the whole canal for months. Are we taking on water? No, I've had the engineers check the hull. We can't see water making ingress anywhere. Yet. The best way to get free and the best way to prevent the ship from potentially sinking is to lighten the load. We need to get rid of at least, I don't know, like 20,000 tons. How quickly do you think your crew can offload containers? No. Look how high those boxes are stacked. To offload these containers is going to require specialist equipment. The kind you'd only find at a dedicated port. We're not going to be able to offload these containers out here in the middle of nowhere. Alright, well, it's the easiest, most brute force solution you can think of. The ballast tanks. Go on. We've got nearly 10,000 tons of ballast water on board. We can dump that right now and relieve some pressure.
Excellent idea. I'll get started.
No, you can't do that.
What?
Well, why not? Allow me to explain.
What the fuck?
You see, when a ship fills its ballast tanks, it's filling with more than just water.
It's a big, dilute, salty soup of algae, plant material, and even sometimes small fish. Pick that up in Malaysia, and then just dump that at the next port.
You're introducing these stowaway pest species in...
Organisms can naturally migrate over long periods, but hitching a ride via ballast water helps invasive species overcome natural barriers like currents, changes in temperature, salinity, etc. So they can become an invasive species, pretty much.
...to the environment. Some examples of these invasive species include the Northern Pacific sea star.
Oh god. Their larvae gets into the ballast after water rather than the whole starfish. But then they grow and prey on native fish eggs. That's pretty bad.
The European green crab.
Preys on native shellfish. Artificially introduced to the US in the 1950s and caused all sorts of costly problems.
That son of a bitch. And cholera.
Attaches to other microorganisms commonly found in raw sewage.
So you have to treat the water before you discharge it, usually through heat or chemicals. And the key there is that it also requires time and access to one of these treatment machines. And we're not at a port. It's going to take much longer than usual. But let me get onto the line with the guys at Ismailia. We probably have a portable water treatment machine somewhere.
Al-Said turns and looks out the window. Coming down the canal are 2 tugboats, the ones that they ordered earlier.
There we go.
Look, we might not even be that deeply wedged in. These 2 tugboats might be all we need. Yes, tugboats.
This is the Mosaid 2 and the Mosaid 3.
These 2 little guys are able to pull around this massive cargo ship, comparable in size to the Ever Given. On go the ties.
Oh.
Line secure, all fast. Engine ready. Ready to pull. Canterville looks nervously at Al-Said. Commence pull. Slow ahead.
The polyethylene ropes whine as they're pulled taut from the water. The tugboats lightly draw against the ship, testing for resistance.
All right, a little more. More.
It ain't moving for shit.
More. Full power. Nothing. Not an inch of difference. All right, stop engines. Be on standby.
This isn't going to work. With just 2 tugboats, we do not have the pull for a ship this massive, this deeply grounded. It's also low tide. That's not helping. When's high tide? Early afternoon, in a couple of hours. All right, that buys us some time. How soon do you think you can get a dredger out here? Let me find out for you. Please hold.
Okay.
The dredgers can remove the sand below the waterline that's all built up around the ship. Hi again. They say it'll take a day, maybe 2. All right, tell them to hurry.
Okay, that's not so bad.
I'd better update my boss. Let him know it's not gonna be a quick fix.
I should call my wife as well. All right,
Oh,
don't go too
God.
far. I need you for something in a minute. Hey, what about excavators? Oh, yeah. How many we got? Right now? No, for my birthday. Yeah, now. One.
One motherfucker.
One guy.
Literally.
There's only one excavator on standby for the whole canal. Well, it's just post-COVID. Everyone's been excavating from home. Patch me through. There really was just one guy, by the way.
One guy.
It's local contractor Abdullah. So he picks up the phone. Mushy mushy. There's
Mush,
been a
mush.
big accident at the canal, Abdullah. There's sand and dirt everywhere. I need your help. Just send me the deets, Chum. Abdullah jumps in his truck and heads to the scene. And when he pulls up, Gott in Himmel. He sees the massive Ever Given wedged into the canal. Abdullah locks himself into his excavator and gets to work on the most important task he's ever done digged.
Oh, he digging. Oh, he digged a lot. That's not that bad. That's pretty good.
Back on the bridge. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully home soon. Okay. Yep, no, love you too. Okay, bye. Whew, the boss was not happy. Hey, before you said you needed me for something. I did. Who's this? Breathe
Who's
into
this?
this tube.
Drug testing.
Also, you have to do a drug test. After the crash, they tested
I
Canterville
knew
for
it.
drugs and alcohol. Both came up negative. There's also a procedure to make sure that captains aren't fatigued. They look at the rest schedule and they find, no, Canterville took that nap. Remember? He's had plenty of rest time. So he passed the fatigue assessment. And while Canterville was at the nurse's office, high tide came and went. Tugs were tried again. And again. Tried a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It didn't work.
I feel
All
more
day
tugboats are
trying,
needed.
all evening and into the early morning. But that stubborn ship was going nowhere.
Yeah, I feel still stuck. They too. I feel like they need more tugboats. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Of course. The moon.
The moon. The moon
Day
haunts
two.
you. I'm sorry, Chad. I
There's
had
quite
to.
a queue of ships by this point, and they're all honking their horns impatiently. Hey, move your ass! I got Frozens in the back. Go around! Go around!
What the fuck?
No one knows quite what's happening because the Suez Canal Authority has not made a formal statement. But their hand is about to be forced when an impatient sailor behind the Ever Given takes a photograph and publishes it online. And this starts a bit of a buzz on social media.
No.
It was at this very moment that the helmsman's most feared fear was most realized. Someone pulled up the navigation.
Colonel?
Within 24 hours, it was all over.
Cargo ship Ever Given follows PP shape pattern before getting wedged in the Suez Canal. Oh no. They found out a massive container ship blocking the Suez Canal has taken an unusual path across the Red Sea before becoming wedged in the busy shipping channel. Oh no.
Over the news.
The PP.
So over at the Suez offices, Mr. Rebbe, you have 300
no.
voicemails. Telemarketers? Important clients and journalists. They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, aren't they? They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, yes. And the Suez Canal Authority could keep it a secret no longer. They held a press conference. Okay.
How many mics do you need?
This is crazy. Let's say, hypothetically, they didn't give many details, but it was a very inspirational press conference. The news begins reporting on the story.
It's blocked. cargo ship blocking the Suez Canal is
a huge container ship.
There's just the most incredible drama playing out in the Suez Canal.
A massive container ship longer than the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, they got
one of the world's
fucked.
most important shipping lanes.
And breaking news from the Nana Star News Channel. I'm Nana. Mega ship's big ass is stuck in the Suez Canal.
Right. Point is, this story exploded.
In other words, they got fucked.
There was a lot of sympathy to go around.
I appear to have blocked global trade.
And the internet, upon seeing it,
Funny reaction,
these guys
dude.
need some help. We would love to volunteer.
Oh, God.
Woman. I need to help them.
They knew best about what to do to get this ship unstuck.
Reddit experts.
All right, it's time for the "yeah, I reckon you could pretty much just do this and it'd work" section. By far, the most popular solution was simply blow it up.
Why don't they just blow up the boat after rescuing the crew that is blocking the Suez Canal? Wouldn't that loss be smaller as compared to the loss happening every day? Why don't they just bomb, dismantle, or somehow sink the ship at Suez Canal? Considering the massive damage it's causing to the economy, wouldn't that be rational, albeit violent choice? Why don't we just strap bombs to the ship blocking the Suez and blow up the ship? Can France nuke the cargo ship which has blocked the Suez Canal?
No ship, no problem.
That drastic?
But why wouldn't this
Oh
work?
my god.
Well, first you're blowing up $1 billion.
Sneakers, couches, wallpaper, kayaks, livestock. Here's what's stuck on the Suez Canal and what it means for consumers. So yeah, they can't blow that shit up.
Worth of cargo.
IHS Markit noted that the total value of cargo on a container vessel of Ever Given size is nearly $1 billion.
This thing is about 3 times the size of Mount Rushmore. So there's quite a lot of debris to sweep up, actually. And you still haven't solved the problem of moving the thing out of the fucking canal. Next idea. What if we attach a...
The Ever Given weighs approximately 200k... excuse me. 200,000 tons. A powerful lift helicopter can carry 15 tons. So we just need 13k of those. I checked. How are you gonna hire 13,000 helicopters? That's my question.
1,000 helicopters and simply fly the thing out. You could even take it all the way to its destination in the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Well, the problem is this thing weighs about 300,000 tons. So even if you had a really powerful helicopter, you're going to need like 25,000 of them. And you can't put them all together in one area or they'll all crash. It ain't gonna work.
As many helicopters in close proximity will also cause chaotic and unpredictable airflow. The turbulent air would reduce their ability to generate lift. Even if they could stay in the air, their lifting capacity would be shot, and it would be fun to watch though.
En route to help. Hey, maybe pull up a bit.
Oh no.
Alright, more seriously, why don't we take a whole bunch of old jet engines, weld them to the sides of the ship, turn them all on at once, and...
Yeah, that's not happening.
However, there is a risk of an explosion.
Yep.
And then you'd have a hole in the ship. And then the ship sinks.
This will kind of work. You need a lot of jet engines, and to weld them all to parts of the ship that were structurally stable enough to withstand the force. But by the time you did all that, you could have 15 tugboats ready to go, effectively doing the same job, but with more control.
And then you're really never moving it. Hear me out.
Okay.
Liquid nitrogen.
Pump liquid nitrogen under the boat for about 3/4 of the length in the center of the wave of the length, whereas the ice information under the boat will lift it up enough to tug it out, spin it free.
A lot of liquid nitrogen right under the boat. The water freezes, expands, the ship lifts up. Bob's your uncle, you love it. Except now, the ship is just stuck in ice.
Yep.
And then it melts, and then you're back to the exact same position.
Yeah.
Also, you need like $1 billion worth of nitrogen. There's no way to get that much material, let alone handle the scale of that material. Also, everyone's going to freeze to death on board, and the ballast will expand in the tanks, and that'll destroy the ship. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
All right. Last idea. Best idea. What if we
Okay.
just actively made things worse? Such as this petition to add a second boat to the canal.
No. Just no.
Jokes aside,
one humble comment did stand out from the crowd.
Get a few people on this side, a few people on that side, push it, and I really think it would go.
Well, maybe. Because that's exactly what the recovery team intended to do. Ahoy! Ah, good to see you back from the nurse. I told them I didn't do any drugs, but they wouldn't take my word for it. I would have believed you. Hey, just give me the walkie-talkie. All right, full ahead with the excavators.
Here we go, time for round 2.
Join Abdullah, and they are all busily digging out the front and rear of the ship. It's still going too slow. What else we got? More rescue stuff. So here comes Rabbi pulling up to the scene. Good news, fellas. And he's standing atop a very powerful bit of kit. A big, beautiful dredger. To be specific, a cutter suction dredge.
Oh.
Essentially, you've got a big rotating cutting tool that loosens up all the soil, while a big suction pipe sends it yonder. All right, do the dredgy. Full speed. What else we got? We got more tugboats incoming. More and more tugboats join the fray. A total of 8 arranged around the ship like this. Notably, the Baraka 1 and the Izzat Adel. These are 2 of the most powerful tugboats in the Middle East.
Oh.
And that includes the non-deserty parts.
160 tons.
They keep trying. A cacophony of engines playing the highest stakes game of tug-of-war ever attempted. Tens of millions of dollars being lost every hour until it was won. And their opponent? Unbothered, moisturized, taking up the whole lane.
The fucker still doesn't move.
All right, we're calling it for now. Oh, El Sayed, we've thrown everything we can at this ship, and it won't concede an inch. It's hopeless, hopeless. The cynicism of youth. I've worked for many years on the Suez. There's magic in the water, Canterville. Magic. We will succeed. Your words are empty, El Sayed. Optimism has blinded you, El Sayed. We cannot defeat the canal. It is simply too powerful. If I were the guys at Case and Kaisha, I'd just forget about the Ever Given and buy a new ship. Well, we can't afford a new ship. The owners of the Ever Given, Shoei Case and Kaisha Limited, are getting very worried. I need that ship back, and I can't just leave it to the Suez Canal Authority to do it. There's only one team daring and foolhardy enough to take on a job like this.
What's that?
Kaisen calls up an elite salvaging company from the Netherlands. Smit.
The Netherlands.
We need your help. I got your number from you know who. Smit is the industry's best. They have response centers all over the globe, 24/7, ready to respond to marine emergencies. And funnily enough, they're the same team that helped with the rescue of the Costa Concordia back in 2012. Suit up, boys. They put the ocean in Ocean's 11, the tide in Tide Pod. And sometimes they pee
They're
in the
the ones
water.
who helped the Costa
Why not?
Concordia.
The fish do it. We're en route to the canal. ETA in the next 24 hours.
What the fuck? That's a badass way to head to a... and then that just explodes.
Next time on Boat in Canal. The prophecy.
Oh shit.
It's coming true. Kiss me, you fool.
What the fuck?
I'm beginning to think you don't want to get the boat free. Well, is it the Yanny wire or the Laurel wire?
Laurel.
It's the Laurel wire.
I couldn't hear you. You're breaking up. Ha ha ha. There's only one way this was ever gonna go.
To be continued right now.
It's now day 3. There's more digging, more tugging, but the ship is still exactly where they left it. And the slow pace of progress is starting to cause problems for international trade. Each delayed ship represents thousands of tons of undelivered stock for store shelves. And that queue is getting longer and longer. On board, an estimated 9.6 billion...
The stranded Ever Given mega container ship in the Suez Canal is holding up an estimated $9.6 billion of goods each day, according to shipping data. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
...dollars worth of goods is sitting idle. The milk!
It will spoil!
And the big question is, how long until this thing is fixed? To answer this burning question, the Suez Canal Authority holds another press conference and declares, guys, another day, maybe two, might even be this afternoon. But the media and industry experts disagree.
The truth of the matter is that they're not making much ground. I mean, this is proving to be more difficult than originally expected.
Could be closed for weeks.
It could take weeks.
Could be stuck for weeks.
Weeks. That's how long it could take to free the container ship currently blocking the Suez Canal.
So that means all of these ship operators here, waiting in the queue, have a very difficult choice to make. So basically, I've just got two options. One, I can wait around hoping the ship gets unstuck, which nobody knows how long that's going to be. Or option two, we go all the way around Africa.
Oh, no.
And I really don't want to do that, and it's not just a geographic thing. Freighters don't want to go around Africa because it will cost them far more in terms of fuel. It adds 10 extra days to the route. And most importantly, pirates.
Pirates, assassins,
what?
And gay pirate assassins.
Now, there be two main pirate hangouts. The Somali pirates, everyone knows about them.
But the more prolific group is actually in the Gulf of Guinea. Named so because it holds the Guinness World Record for most pirates. In fact, in 2020,
cargo ships taking the long way around Africa to avoid blocked Suez Canal risk crime-infested water. According to the International Maritime Bureau, there were 135 maritime kidnappings recorded in 2020. 130 occurred in the Gulf of Guinea. Oh, wait. So you're telling me that pirates are real now in 2025? That's crazy.
96% of all maritime kidnappings happened in the Gulf of Guinea. That doesn't sound very good to me, Mr. Kaisha.
And I just want you to know that you've made an enemy. And when I... Is your boat running? Because you better fucking move it. You can't park there. All right, hear me out. I'm thinking a bunch of helicopters, right? And we...
There are a lot of people now who are angry with the owners of the Ever Given. There's only one thing I can do. Bing, 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 bong. Breaking news. Pause for a second.
Shohei Kaisen Kaisha is big sorry.
The owners of the Ever Given feel such enormous pressure that they go live on television to make a public apology.
We are determined to keep on working hard to resolve the situation as soon as possible.
We apologize for blocking the traffic and causing tremendous trouble and worry to many people, including the involved parties.
Please do not be mad.
We're aiming to reflow the ship around evening in Japanese Standard Time, March 20th.
Few years, we'll all have a big laugh about it.
Yours sincerely, Mr. Kaisha. Oh God, that's the boss of my boss's boss. I'm in so much trouble.
That's the boss of my boss's boss.
Can't do anything about it. All we can do is keep trying to free the ship. So they keep going. And going. Into the night.
But nothing.
And on that night, Canterville and El Said had a heart-to-heart.
Oh?
The mood was very somber. Still feeling optimistic, El Said? Of course. Well, it's day 3. How much progress have you seen so far?
They're gonna blow us up, aren't they? It's possible. They're gonna freeze us, aren't they? That seems less likely.
Yeah.
They might just attach a whole bunch of jet engines and we're gonna get fucked up.
Oh my
that
God.
one got debunked. Sorry, I don't mean to take it out on you. It's just, all these guys, they rely on me. The navigator, the helmsman, Gene, and the other ones we never animated. But I'm thinking maybe I should just get on a lifeboat right now and never look back. I could go live on an island somewhere, far, far away from here. Run away? Look at this. Timu neck massager.
Timu!
I bet she's checking her mailbox every morning. Bulk $6 fingerless gloves for Mr. Poe Box. You want to disappoint him? No. Little Jimmy won't be getting his 20-pack of kitchen tongs this Christmas. And you think that doesn't kill me inside? But we've exhausted every option. There's nothing on Earth that could free this ship. Well, that's where you're right. Look up there, Lil Canthy. El Said points up into the night sky.
The moon.
Los Lunos. Yes, the moon. The son of the night. To the ancient Egyptians, it was a sign of hope. And in a few more nights' time, a prophecy will be fulfilled.
Huh.
The supermoon. I have to show you a kind of boring diagram. I'm so sorry.
The supermoon?
You see, the moon doesn't just orbit the Earth in a perfectly equidistant circle. It is, in fact, an ellipse. That means there is a point when the moon is the furthest from the Earth, and we call that the apogee. And there's also a point where it's closest to the Earth. That's the perigee. You know when you look into the night sky and the moon seems bigger or smaller than usual?
Yup.
Different distances, isn't it? Point is, the moon gravities all over the water. And the closer it is, the more it's going to pull. Now, there's another effect as well. If you believe the mainstream media, the Earth is going around the sun like this. And once in a while, it will also align with the sun being on the exact opposite side. Bam! At this point, when everything lines up like so, both the sun and the moon are at max strength pulling on the sea.
Oh!
And they call that the supermoon. And the tidal effects of both combine for an even greater pull. High tide can be even higher than usual, sometimes by up to 1.5 feet. Now, these sorts of moons only happen 3 or 4 times a year. But in 4 days, Big K, we're going to get one.
This bromance,
Previously
bro, I swear
on
to God.
Boat in Canal.
Oh, here we go again.
Don't let go! Ha ha ha, my plans have all fallen into place.
Wind machine, what?
I thought I knew what being a captain meant. What do you mean, cut the black and blue wire? There's only white and gold! We've got one chance left. The moon. This is just like that Costa Concordia video he did, but way less funny.
But way less funny. Plan A and Plan B, day
Over
number
at the
3.
Evergiven, things are status quo.
Oh, never mind 4.
But online, there's a bit of a new development. A screenshot of a news article appears.
What?
Cargo ship crashes into Suez Canal.
Okay.
Captain involved in incident. But there's a twist.
What?
Uh-oh. Is that a woman?
Are you serious?
Egypt's first female sea captain, Marwa El Saladar, was being named in this headline as responsible for crashing the Evergiven. And the screenshot of this news headline.
Oh no! What? There's the Arabic part up there, and then there's the translated version. All right, let me read this shit. Marwa El Saladar, the first Arab woman to work as the captain of a container tanker Evergreen, in the picture below, and goes into history by closing the Suez Canal and disrupting hundreds of ships, causing a barrel of oil to rise 5%, material losses of more than $400 million. Commentary: the post is not intended to belittle or offend women. This woman named Marwa El Saladar is the first Arab woman to work as a captain of a container tanker and enter history by closing the Suez Canal and paralyzing international shipping by disrupting the course of hundreds of ships, and this is what caused the price of oil to rise by nearly 5%. So tell them your ballet in the cupboard will flake off bewilderment and salvation. Captain Marwa El Saladar, the first Arab woman to captain an Evergreen container tanker, entered history by closing the Suez Canal and disrupting hundreds of ships, causing a barrel of oil to rise by 5%. If this event indicates anything, then it is the strength of the meditation of the Arab countries, my bad. People with qualified people at home and people with failed position. It's so fucked up, dude. They're literally blaming her for something that she didn't do. Like, what the fuck, man? That's just fucked up.
Spread all across social media. For Marwa to have screwed up this badly is impressive. especially considering she's never worked on the Ever Given and is
Yup.
currently hundreds of miles away in Alexandria.
Yep.
But someone online went, first female captain? Grody? Suez blockage?
Oh no.
She must have did it.
Marwa found out about the accusations through a friend and quickly hopped online. I gotta clear my name. Guys, it isn't me! But the online bad guys must have hacked her account, because everything she wrote just came out and...
The news that I commanded the ship that blocked the Suez Canal is not true. I was subjected to a systematic smear campaign. I'm currently working on a ship called Aida.
Squiggles.
So Marwa tried to hack back. This code, it's nothing I've ever seen before. They're countering my hack.
This I can
I'm
see
gonna
is the
reroute
one true event
hosting.
that happened in
Not
the
if
whole
I can
story.
help it. They went through the firewall. Use IP4. It's better.
Now, while we can all agree that a lady captain is very gross and icky,
What do you
and while we all
mean?
agree that she should be doing a lady job,
What do you
like
mean?
adding rosemary oil to the ballast water, or knitting hand warmers for the steering wheel.
Now that's just
It
sexist.
was not fair that she was being falsely accused. And the situation was escalating
Are
as
you
the online
serious?
bad guys started making fake accounts pretending to be her. What was Marwa, etc. to do against such a coordinated campaign? Well, luckily, a surprise hero to the story. The mainstream media showed up and did a thing.
Don't worry.
Bringing her onto the telly and clearing everything up. Marwa even found some positive in the situation.
I was really upset at the beginning, but later on I found like the support from all people around me, and that made me feel like more grateful for what happened.
A lot of the social media posts got taken down. And in the end, it all turned out
What they
okay.
get. She kind of cute though.
At least, for her.
Okay.
Back to the Ever Given.
Oh, because they're still stuck.
The Ever Given has been grounded for 4 long Egyptian days.
96
So
hours.
tug, tug, tug. Dig, dig, dig. Pull, pull, pull. Fuel is getting low. Everyone is overdue for a break. All right, guys. Grab a Red Bull and a little snacky. We'll pick up again soon.
Grab a
But
Red
as the
Bull and
engines
a little
wind
snacky.
down, the crew can hear something approaching.
Oh?
Who the hell is that? It's Smit Selvage.
Yeah!
The Smit
There they
team
are.
boldly actions onto the scene, looking at the ship very inspectively.
Stuck.
They report their findings to the rescue team. Alright, I ain't no boat expert, but if you want a chance of moving this ship, you're gonna need to make it a lot lighter. By tens of thousands of tons at least. Is it going to bend and tear? And sink? No, it doesn't look like it's going to do that. But it also
Okay.
doesn't look like it's going anywhere with all of this weight on the back. Okay, we trust you. What's your plan to make the ship lighter? I know a guy. He's got a crane. I'll get it down here. We'll offload all the containers. It'll be brilliant. You're gonna love it. The container thing again? Yeah, how long is that gonna take? Well, to get them down here and to get all the equipment assembled, we're gonna need at least a few weeks. Weeks? Yeah, and to get all the containers off the ship, that might take several months.
Months? No, Mr. President, he didn't say months. He said, monks. Those Shaolin guys.
Oh
They're
my
very
God.
strong. Everything's going according to plan.
A furious Rabbi marches in.
Do you have any idea how much these last few days have cost Egypt already? We've had to sell parts of the Sphinx. Look, the nose is gone. It's looking all messed up. We turned the whole country into an e-commerce site. It used to just be called Gypt. Now it's online. Egypt. Remember Tutankhamun? Now it's Tutankhamun. Get it? It's a pun. Get it?
Let's move on, says the Smit guy standing in for the audience. Look, this is by far the best option. Yeah, it's slow and laborious, but it's a guaranteed fix. Or you can carry on doing what you're doing now. You're on what, day 4? How's progress so far? Al Sayed wouldn't hear it.
We will continue with the dredging and the tugging. The supermoon will be here soon, and that will save us. You are foolish, Al Sayed. The legend of the supermoon is just a legend.
Alright, we're on the same team here. If you insist on keeping the cargo aboard and just tugging, we've got resources to help. Smit calls in 2 additional tugboats. And not just big ones. Pretty much the biggest ones you can get.
Oh shit, okay.
So Smit and the recovery team have figured out a sort of Plan A and Plan B. Plan A is to pull the Ever Given free by the supermoon, which
Makes
is only
sense.
2 days away. Now, if that doesn't work, they'll have to go to Plan B, which is to offload by crane most of these containers, and that will take
months. If not a year. Everyone is mad. Day number 5.
Watching on impatiently, tapping their feet and looking at their watches very aggressively, is now a queue of 400 vessels.
Oh no. Oh no.
Waiting to use the canal. Fresh fruit, thousands of tons, losing its freshness. Medicine, losing its potency.
After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill.
There is no blue pill.
You take the red.
There is no pill.
Not to mention livestock.
More than a dozen ships have live animals on board.
Mostly sheep and cattle, lightly sizzling under an Egyptian sun.
Okay, now that's actually pretty
The
bad.
Egyptian government has had to dispatch vets to board these ships
They're gonna
to
die.
tend to the animals' welfare.
Surgeon!
A few days ago, when I was a younger man, freight from Asia only cost $8,000 a container. Now it's $12,000. And the impact is being felt by a lot of larger companies. Renault, for example, ran out of some critical components and had to halt assembly at a couple of its plants. Adidas, Nike, IKEA all saw shortages.
Some of our clients are out of their top-selling SKUs already.
And as tankers queue, oil prices are rising.
Let my people go! Through the little waterway, please. And meanwhile, all across the day, the tugs are trying again and again. Move a little more sand, wait for the next high tide, try again. And as this marches on with the same futility as day 1, banking on the supermoon looks like a costlier and costlier gamble. Alright, enough of this. Said about 100 ships opting instead to go the long route around Africa, accepting the longer traffic time and piratey risk.
That's pretty bad. Supermoon cometh. Oh, here we go. Crab. There's the crab.
The supermoon. It's tonight. There's a renewed energy as people scuttle around the area, doing everything they can to prep the ship for the big event. The excavator crew, over the course of the week, has expanded to a team of 11.
Let's
working
go.
double, sometimes triple shifts, with only 3 hours a day for sleep. Together with the 2 dredgers, they have moved 30,000 cubic meters.
The dredging by crews, including those of the Egyptian vessel Mashur, I don't even fucking know, had helped to shift 30,000 cubic meters of sand over the past few weeks.
Sand and soil. For comparison, this is 1 cubic meter. And this is 30,000.
Jesus fucking
And here's what it
Christ!
looks like next to the Ever Given. That's a lot of sand.
That's huge!
Subway sandwich for scale. And it's borne some results. Overnight, they managed to free the rudder from the left bank. And that's a big deal, because this rudder was acting as a bit of an anchor in the sand. Now free, the stern bobs around with the motion of the water. Great stuff. Meanwhile, the crew is doing everything it can to lighten the weight of the ship. That includes making a second plea for the ballast water to be ejected. Oh please, the Smit guy's already tinkled in there. We just can't do it. It would destroy the ecosystem of Egypt. Please, 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 please.
You gotta do it. Anything to liberate the ship.
All right. Biodiversity. Let 1,000 algae bloom. Nice work. That'll make the ship 9,000 tons lighter, Kenthy. The water's so bright I can barely see it coming out of the ship. Here, take these. No. I don't deserve them.
I don't deserve
Sunglasses
them.
are for people who redeem themselves. That's not me.
You gotta take
Hold
them
on
with
to
her.
them, just in case.
Yeah.
Into the evening, the pace keeps up. We see Abdullah excavating away. But really, he's thinking about the moon. Rabbi, he's busy taking video calls. But he finds himself distracted with thoughts of the moon.
The moon.
Even Mr. Kaisha. Is there anything in this world that doesn't remind me of
Sailor Moon!
More breaking news from the Suez Canal problem. Evergiver is stuck in the Suez Canal still. It's been almost a week. A tugboat should be able to move Evergiver's big ass. This is Nana Star, Nana Star's news channel.
The moon haunt you. It's the 7th day. Here we go.
The full moon shone brightly that night, kissing the nape of the canal's neck with its gravity lips. Full tongue. The canal liked it. And spoiling the romance of the moment is a big fleet of tugboats, watching on voyeuristically. They are 17 in total, with just a bit over 1,600 tons of bollard pull.
Are these all the pullers?
And here's how they're
for the
arranged around
tugboats?
the Ever Given.
Oh shit!
Of the 4 most powerful tugs, 2 go at the front and 2 go at the back.
Yeah.
They'll be pulling. Another 6 tugs are put on the flanks. 2 over here, 4 over here. They'll be pushing. The remaining tugs are fueled and ready on the sidelines, waiting for their chance to sub in. Positioned like this, when the word is given, all these ships are going to try and turn the Ever Given anti-clockwise. Looks great, guys! Do you think that this is gonna... I believe in the supermoon. This had better work. The guy with the ruler down by the shoreline yells out, "The tide has hit its peak!" Al Sayed commands over the radio. Start main engines. Tension on. Full ahead. The tugs start
here we
moving.
go.
They carve through the water with ease. The immense power from the tugs meet the resistance of the Ever Given. It was at this point that the narrator said something really poetic.
What's
Stuff
that?
about the night. About how the ships were like dancers on the water. For juxtaposition, we cut away to that crab again. Which everybody hated. It's
Which
like a
everybody
metaphor if you
hated.
think about it. The tugs are sliding to the left. They're sliding to the right. It's not working! Diesel fumes fill the air as the tugs keep increasing their power. The water violently foams behind the tugs. Everyone is staring at the back of that ship. Come on. Move.
It's gotta work.
This goes on for minutes. More minutes. Even more minutes.
No.
An hour. 2. 4 hours. By 4:30 a.m., the moon's power is starting to wane and there is very little progress. Don't give up. The tide only goes down so that we can rise once again. Your moon gambit has cost Egypt dearly, Al Sayed. Guards, prepare the sarcophagus with the beetles like in the...
Prepare the sarcophagus
The hell is
with
that?
the Beatles. Oh, wait.
Under the water, all of this tugging has loosened the sand, the soil, the rock.
Oh shit, it's working!
Could it be? The sound of metal tensing and flexing. The ship
It's working!
is beginning to move. It is coming free from the bank. The supermoon gives one last howl. It worked. They pulled the ship from the bank. At the back, at least. Now, the bow is still wedged in there pretty good, but this is progress. We're halfway to freedom. Keep going. So
Oh
they
shit,
did.
it actually
All
worked.
morning.
Seagull and a crab
7:30
fighting.
a.m. The sun is rising. The tugs have been pulling all night, but the most difficult task, freeing the bow of the ship, remains beyond them. Well, I guess Even the moon has its limits.
I don't want to hear it, El Said. It wasn't enough. That bow is still stuck.
No, Mr. President. They're not saying that the bow is still stuck. They're saying, take a bow. And then something else that rhymes with stuck. I gotta go.
They were loading up the missiles for Plan B, as the guys on social media suggested. I lied about the crane thing. This was always the plan.
This was always the plan.
You know what, Canterville? I agree. They should just blow us up.
Hell!
What? My career is over now, too. You're the guy who blocked the canal, and I'm the guy who couldn't get it cleared. We've brought instability to the Middle East. But enough, Canterville. I raised your hopes with moon-based promises. But look at the tide.
Damn.
It's low. Low tide. And yet, I am lower still.
I am lower
Canterville
still.
looks pensively out the window. And it was at that moment that he had his character arc.
Oh,
he realized that he was the captain. And the captain is always in charge.
Is always in charge giving
Shut up,
orders.
El Said. We shall continue, regardless of the tide. Is that not the Egyptian way? Don't you remember the story, El Said? That every young Egyptian kid is told about the human pyramid? No. Where there's one guy at the bottom who gives up and we all fall down?
True.
Heck, it ain't a triangle if you don't try.
It ain't a
We
triangle
need to be
if
strong.
you don't try.
Together. Like a pyramid. It's what Giza would have wanted. You're right, damn it. Thank you, Canterville.
The
That's the
bromance
most
between these
inspirational
two,
speech
bro,
I've
dude.
ever heard in my life. I'll never lose my faith again. And even though you're kind of the worst captain I've ever seen, you're still the best friend.
Oh, look at that bromance. The fucking crab.
So they pressed on all morning, enthusiastically and vigorously tugging away, beating off the fatigue, but to no progress. Okay, everyone, take a break. Copy. We'll have lunch and pick up again in a couple of hours. Then suddenly, one of the Smith guys comes busting into the room. I've got an idea. Everybody turns and looks at the Smith guy. All right, well, sorry about the boring diagram, but take a look at this. Remember how we emptied the ballast tanks before?
Yeah.
Of course. Well, now that the ship is half floating, what if we refilled the ones at the back? On this part of the diagram, where the ship is almost floating. That way, it will sink lower here and allow the bow to sit up even higher on the bank. Canterville gives El Said a knowing nod. I got this. I know a guy who owes me a favor. Please. A few hours later, the ballast tanks were filled. And it worked. The bow lifted, ever so slightly. It's working! And it gets better. It's now 2 p.m., and that means high tide. Guys, I've got another technical issue. All right, what is it? It's easier if I show you with a drone.
Alright, what's the technical issue? I gotta see.
Hold on, let me try again. All right, you can see the ship is lodged at the front. The guys are pulling, but it ain't budging. However, a lot of force is building up here. And what if it were to break free? The sudden release could propel the ship straight across the water with a hell of a lot of momentum. It could span the entire canal and land on the opposite bank, only to run aground again.
And destroy the
Worse still,
ships.
it could pin these small tugs in its wake. Dangerous. To solve this problem, they did a bit of a safety briefing, and they got some rope. 4 ropes, actually, tying the bow of the ship to somewhere on the land. The lines look great, guys. With the contingency in place, the tugs start up again. And about an hour later, at 3:05 p.m.,
They gotta get the ship out.
the bow began to shift.
Oh shit!
Okay, that's definitely moving. This is it.
It's working! The ship made a big noise as it accelerated from the bank. And at first, excitement and relief. The bow was coming free. But
Oh shit, it's actually
remember that
working.
concern about the overswing? Well, it's happening.
Uh-oh.
Okay, the only source we found for this part of the story was Bloomberg, but they said that it happened and we...
6 days in Suez. The inside story of the ship that broke global trade. How the Ever Giving and its $1 million cargo got stuck, got free, got impounded, and got taken to court. Oh no.
wanted to build it. So this recreation is how we imagine it went. The 4 support ropes take strain. Then...
As the ship drew away from the bank, one of the ropes binding the boat to the shore snapped, making a sound like a rifle shot. Oh, nah.
One of them breaks. Do you think it's gonna hold? I think it's gonna hold. Move those tugs out of the way. Snap.
No, then another!
rope breaks. Captain El Sayed. It's gonna hold. Get your tug out of the way, but it's gonna hold.
It's gonna hold!
Snap.
Then another,
A
no!
third rope breaks. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! A single strand is the only thing holding this ship from swinging all the way to the other bank and being stuck forever. Without even realizing, Canterville grabs El Sayed's hand and squeezes it tight. It's gonna hold. You're a madman, Canterville. Mad passionate about this canal, and I ain't afraid of nothing. He said very cold back of the
He
lead.
put on the
The engine shut
sunglasses.
off. All that could be heard is the squeak of tightening rope and the scream of torsioning metal. Sacre bleu,
Sacre bleu.
said Abdullah. But it is slowing down. It comes to a halt. The
Oh,
final
shit.
rope.
But the final one held just long enough to stop the Ever Giving from swinging across the channel. Let's fucking go.
They really did it.
It fucking worked!
And the Ever Given rested easy in the middle of the canal. Al Sayed turns to Canterville. Power up the engines. Let's get your ship moving again. I'm on it, says Canterville. All of the tugboats start honking their horns in celebration. Cheers can be heard from the main dredger, the Mashour. In fact, they filmed this celebratory video.
Let's go! They did it!
Right, Mr. President. We did it. We did it. It's free. I told you. All in a day's work. The president takes his finger off the nuke button. Pack it up, boys.
Pack it up, boys. They actually fucking did it.
All that digging really must have made a difference. Oh. Good. Everybody hated that crab. We did it, Gene. We did it. Gene? Where are you? Captain, who are you talking to? Gene! Captain, there's no Gene on board.
What the fuck? That's a plot twist.
Wait a minute.
Gin Viver. Oh, that's a plot twist.
It's impossible. Gene, wait. Thank you. I'll always remember you, Canterville. And so the canal was clear once again, and chop chop. You still got work to do. By 8 p.m., the workday had not finished for the Suez Canal Authority.
Oh no.
There's still a backlog of 400 ships waiting to go through the canal. So Rabbi stands in front of microphones and says, "The canal will be operating around the clock until the queue is cleared." And within a few days, it returned to normal. It was a big accomplishment. Many industry experts thought it would take several months to free
Balance
the
has been
Evergiven.
restored.
But the crisis was resolved within a mere week. Prepare the sarcophagus for the doubters. Even Egypt's president came out and said, "Good job, everybody. You know what? Pizza lunch."
Pizza lunch.
And the Suez Canal Authority held a ceremony in honor of the workers who helped to free the ship. And they also made this monument, which you can see on Google Maps.
That's pretty cool. Act 3 free. Conditions apply.
But the story doesn't end here. A quick note on the helmsman's penis.
Oh no!
Now you, me, and everyone in the press saw that VDR data.
That sounds so wrong.
Penismanöver genutzt.
But despite how realistic and to scale it was not deliberate. Yes, sheer coincidence.
Are you serious?
If you watch the VDR data, he really is just dodging the ships, and that's the shape that the path took. So he didn't get in any trouble.
Bruh.
The end. Oh, all right. I suppose one more smaller detail.
Okay.
Now that the Ever Given is free, what's going to happen to it?
Yeah,
and
now
what's going
what?
to happen to the crew? Well, the Ever Given was tugged over to Great Bitter Lake, where they determined that the ship was seaworthy and not in any urgent need of repair. But it's also going to be impounded.
Oh no.
Oh no. Hey, there's, police boats outside. Why? What did you do?
This ship and its crew is now subject to the indefinite detention by the authority of the Egyptian government. Until you pay us, the Ever Given may not leave,
says the Suez Canal Authority.
They're fucked.
Yes, we will be holding on to the Ever Given. It's our view that there was no wrongdoing on the part of the Suez Canal Authority, or its two pilots, and it was all the crew of the Ever Given, so their ship will be held until the parent company agrees to rightfully pay us for all of the costs incurred. Ruh-roh. Now here's where things get very complicated, and there is a lot of legal mumbo-jumbo. But the crux is this. The Suez Canal Authority says, "Dear Ever Given owners, you owe us $900 million. And Shoei Kaisha says, "No way. How many yen is that? No way."
How many yen is
so
that?
by April 13th, some of the crew was allowed to leave, but a lot of them have to stay. And there's a certain nervousness in the air. Large legal battles can go on for a while, and
33 fucking years.
There was already a bad example of this just a few dozen kilometers away. The MV Aman.
Oh.
The MV Aman is a much smaller vessel, and it has been abandoned for years, detained by the Egyptian government in 2017 for expired safety equipment.
Oh.
Now, they were told to replace the equipment and pay a fine. However, there was no one to replace the safety equipment or to pay the fine because the shipping company went broke.
$900 dues.
So they just abandoned the vessel.
So the vessel
There was
is
no
just
way
a
for the
ghost
legal
ship.
situation to advance. And that meant that there was no way for the ship to be released. Most of the crew had to stay on the ship, and they would keep them there for more than a little while. 13 months before a judge finally decided, all right,
year.
Look, just leave the keys with one guy. We'll call him the custodian, and everybody else can go home. Now, that custodian was a Syrian man named Muhammad Aisha. Look, he's holding the keys. He's holding the keys. You have to stay on the
Declared to be the legal guardian of the abandoned general cargo ship.
now. Everybody else got to leave, but he had to stay. On top of the 13 months he'd already been there, he spent the next 3 years aboard the ship. Quickly, the ship ran out of fuel, which meant it ran out of power, which meant it ran out of running water. No refrigeration either. Food ran out. Every few days, Mr. Aisha would be allowed to swim onto the shore to get food, water, charge his phone, but he was only permitted for about 2 hours until they would tell him to scoot.
Damn.
Would this be the same fate for the Ever Given crew? They did not know. But we do, so let me tell you. A few more weeks passed, and the negotiations continued. You guys had those 2 bickering pilots. Yeah, but the captain's always in charge. Sorry, who didn't arrange for tugboats while we were going through the canal? Oh, that was you guys. I'm going to put 20,000 containers on one of the largest ships in the world and go double the speed limit, then complain about tugboats. But eventually, they all got together in a big room. And they went, I'm sorry about all those things I said and those emails I sent. I didn't mean it. I was tough on you as well. They embraced.
Oh no.
They made amends. They made love. And they agreed, all right, you can keep using the canal, but sometimes we get to go fishing on the boat. That's fair. That's tough, but that's fair. They shook on it. It was an Egyptian handshake. They do the thing with the elbow.
It was an Egyptian
It was a mummy.
What the fuck? This is so random.
This story sucks. By September, the crew was allowed to return home. They only got MV Amand a little bit. And that guy on the MV Amand, he got to go home too. Why not? Get out of here, you scamp. The Ever Given made its delivery to Rotterdam. They did it! All the cargo is here! Although, it wouldn't hurt to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Canterville continued his career in shipping. It wasn't the end. Maybe just one more for the road.
Oh no!
It's a great time to be a cargo ship captain. I can tell you that much. Al Said returned the Lunexicon back to the Sphinx.
Oh god. What is this
Thank you,
video?
old friend.
This was such a random video.
And the Ever Given had some minor repairs done to the bow over in Qingdao Port in China. And then she was ready to set sail again.
Looks pretty good.
The Ever Given was released back into the wild. It sailed into the sunset. Ever since then, global trade has improved. Prices have gone down. The economy flourished once again. Food returned to the supermarkets.
Let's go.
Mothers clutched their babes. A litter of puppies.
Aww.
And peace was finally restored to the Middle East. Forever.
Forever.
The end.
Okay, the end for real. Got it. Honestly, that was such a random video, but I really enjoyed it a lot. What the fuck? That bromance between those two, that was a better bromance than lots of films today. That's just wild, dude. It's wild. The bromance between the captain and oh my god. Honestly, yeah, it's so random. This is why I love It Today Historian, because he tends to exaggerate some of these stories and shit to the point that where they're enjoyable. That was so funny though. The fucking moon and the fucking moon and the tugboats, and for some reason Camilla from Fire Emblem. Oh man, the fucking bromance between the two. That was a good video. That was pretty good. That was actually pretty good. All right, how much time do we have left before we call it? Jesus Christ. Even though that one video was like an hour, we still got a couple minutes to go. So yeah, we can see more videos. Yeah, we still got time for more, you know? We still got time for more. Let's see. So the next video that got recommended to me was let's see here. The worst. Okay, got it. So a friend of mine, someone recommended me this video. It's called The Worst Furry Convention, and it's by Royalty Is Here. Here's the thing. Okay, I got nothing against furries, just so you guys know. I'm not a furry either. But I have met some people who are furries themselves, and they're actually pretty chill. Not gonna lie, they actually are pretty chill. But I know that the grand majority of them are, well, not, I won't say the grand majority, but there's a lot of bad apples in their community, and they just make it look bad. So, all right, the worst furry convention. Let's see this video real quick. Let me put that shit on full screen for you guys so that we can enjoy it. Is it high quality? Oh yeah, it is. All right, chat. So we got royalties. Royalty is here. The worst furry convention. So we got. Oh, he's done V2. He's done videos on VTubers as well. So yeah, we can watch. Yeah, we can fuck around with this. Yeah, we can watch it. Let me text my friend who literally just told me to. Yeah, there we go. I had to send a message real quick. Sorry about that, chat. All right, let me prepare everything for you guys. Here it is, chat. The worst furry convention, and from the looks of it, he has also done VTubing stuff and lots of other stuff on the channel. This one is 26 minutes. This one is not as long as the Ever Given. My God, that was one hell of a video. All right, so royalty is here. What do you got, Birdman?
So it's been a while since I talked about one of your favourite hobbies, one you hold near and dear to your heart, but can't let anyone else in your life know about it, due to risk of people viewing you like a walking defecation, and your family somewhat disowning you.
Oh no, not this picture.
This video isn't about your War Thunder addiction. And don't worry, this is the last time I will on the War Thunder community, I pinky promise. But a lot of this community probably does play War Thunder anyway, and surprisingly, if they all disappeared, we'd probably have a shortage of military personnel, programmers, and engineers in the world. And some say this community ranges from a few 100,000 to millions. So someone you know could be a part of this community. And apparently most...
Believe me, I know a couple of people that are part of that community. Some of them good, some of them bad. Nothing against them though.
Most of them reside in America. Just saying, if you didn't drop the T, you probably wouldn't have this problem and would still have your foreskin. But this community is probably the most targeted and discriminated group on the internet. Obviously, outside of things like race, sexual preference, and gender maybe. But this is the animal cosplaying, Toontown looking, Conker's Bad Fur Day inspired, Lola Bunny interested. Yes, that makes you part of the community. If you ever held any interest in Lola Bunny, you're a part of the community now. No ifs.
Why would you be attracted to a rabbit is the question. Why? Why?
Or buts about it, you're in denial. But this is the fairy community, which has been on the internet.
The fairy or fur? Well, it's the accent. It's literally the accent. So here's the thing, chat. As I stated before, I got nothing against furries. I have met furries before. Some of them are chill. I think I've met some of them in college, I believe, when I was still studying animation. There were, well, actually, out of my experience, out of the furries that I've met, I think 2 of them are bad apples. So yeah.
For a while now, some saying even before the creation of things like Reddit. Fairies are mainly described as anthropomorphic characters.
Anthropomorphic animals relating to or characterized by anthropomorphism, having human characteristics. Basically a fur... Okay, so for all of you who always confuse furries and non-furries, so there's a clear fucking difference between furries and non-furries. You guys know that every time you see an anime, there's always that one character with the ears and the tail that's a human. That's not a furry. That's literally... That is literally a kemono mimi. A furry is an entire animal. That's a furry. If they call furries furries because of their fur, and they call scaly scaly because of their scales, what do you call a furry with feathers? Feathery? How the fuck does that work? What's a? I need to know, chat. What do you call a furry with feathers instead of fur or scales? I don't think it's feathery, but you know.
And if you lack skill points and intelligence, it's basically animals with human characteristics.
Yep.
There are many classes of fairies, though.
Look
You've
at
got
that
normal
Luxray
fairies.
cosplay.
Fairies that have no fur at
Oh,
all,
no.
and just look like those cats that are overgrown
Lord
testicles.
Beerus.
Similarly, you have scalies that are based on things like lizards and dragons.
Yep.
Avians, which are like birds, and for the 50th time, I'm not an avian.
Oh, it's avians. Okay, I thought it was feathery though, but avian. Okay, okay. It's not feathery. Thank God, it's avians.
Or a fairy. It's not a duck. It's not a hedgehog. It's not.
Your French vocab and accent needs work, Mr. Duck. Search up beefo. Wait, he's not a cute curled up hedgehog on a pillow in poor light. Bird? I thought it was a beaver. Why they confuse the picture if it's clearly a bird?
A beaver? You must have advanced glaucoma if you think that. It is just a cute bird I found in my wall. Anyway, you also have the lesser known fishies. The buggies are insect fairies.
What the fuck?
And the fairy femboys.
The
Many fairies
fairy
express themselves through their
femboys.
personas, their own fairy avatar of sorts, which they represent through things like art or their very
Majority of the furries, for whatever reason, they always use wolves. I don't know what is it about furries, but the grand majority of them, like their characters, it's always a goddamn wolf. Come on, guys, pick another animal. I don't know. That doesn't have to be a wolf all the time.
own fursuit, which are very expensive. Most of these people must be oil tycoons to afford this stuff.
Yep.
But since its conception, at least on the internet,
Although you can't really criticize furries that much for their suits being expensive, because if you wanna like a top-notch VTuber model, they're equally as expensive, if not more expensive than a fursuit. So I can't really criticize them on that. What I will ask is how the fuck do they have all this money to waste on fursuits all the time? And fan art too, because you know they always commission artists for whatever reason. These motherfuckers have to be like, you know, your top they have to be like your managers and shit. I don't know. But yeah. These motherfuckers have a crap load of money. That I will say. I still don't know how they get money. Do these motherfuckers like rob a bank at the middle of the night and that's how they're rich? I gotta know what's their secret.
Has grown exponentially over the years, but so has the hatred for it. Many hold a distaste for fairies, following the negative stigma surrounding it, viewing most members of the community as degenerate heathens, with many assuming people a part of this community want to do things with actual animals, which is mainly
just
due to
nasty.
the actions and events surrounding more infamous fairy members, and groups like zoos, which we've talked about before, and even the fairy community itself detests these people and strongly refuses association with them. It is quite easy to find anti-fairy sentiment on the internet, labelled anti-fairs, some wishing physical harm upon fairies. I personally judge fairies not by the fur on their skin, but by their actions. Please don't send me a pipe bomb in the mail. I know a lot of you are very capable of doing so and could probably form your own militia group at this point, but I assure you, I'm just joking around. But from my personal interactions with fairies, most of them are normal, albeit they are very enthusiastic about the topic, but from what I've seen it's just a hobby, and they mainly just get bad rep due to that stigma. But the fairy group, as said before, has grown a lot over the years, to the point where they have their own events like
Alright, this is a huge picture. Try to find let me see if, okay, this is a picture, there's always a human in these. Try to find the human. Where is he? Definitely not here. Definitely not there. Not there. Oh look, it's a Matarazzo. Where is the human? There's always a human in these. It's like this is literally like where's Waldo? Human. That does not look human. Aha! Found the human. It's literally behind the paw. I'm built different. I'm so good at guessing games. And games where it comes to finding people too.
They have their own events like fair cons, which thousands attend per event. And for some reason, some of them summon the fifth sin of gluttony.
What the fuck? Motherfucker look like Bacchus. Look at that shit. What the fuck is that, bro? Look at that. The devil arrives.
Conventions are something I wanted to talk about today because a lot of them had their fair share of controversies, and once again I keep getting Instagram reels referring to the topic. How many of my...
Hey man, if you keep getting Instagram reels about the topic, that may be because you've been searching furry shit. I don't know about you. I don't know. The type of shit that pops up on my TikTok is literally just music related shit because of a TikTok that I like that had good music. And I've been saving some of those music so I can hear in my free time. So yeah, royalties here secretly a furry? Probably.
Videos have been inspired from Instagram reels serving me pure slop, but I do miss the person I was before this video, after finding out about the pizza party of October 2021.
Pizza party. Okay, so before we start the video, I do want to emphasize the two negative experiences that I actually had with furries themselves. The first negative experience was a friend of mine that I had a long ass time ago. And the thing is, I have this one character in Final Fantasy 14, right? You know, my Final Fantasy 14 OC. And you know, I like my character a lot. And honestly, I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna create my character and all that. You know, all fine and dandy, right? You know what this guy said? This guy literally fucking said, like, this guy literally threatened me for no reason whatsoever. He literally, like, said it jokingly, but this motherfucker literally said, and I quote, "Oh, I am going to draw my furry OC doing the deed with your Final Fantasy 14 OC." I was like, motherfucker, that sounds disgusting as fuck. Don't ever say that shit to me again. I should cut you out from my friendship right now. Granted, I did cut out friendships with him a long time ago, but yeah, that was it was pretty bad. It was pretty terrible. Another terrible experience that, well, yeah, don't worry. He never drew said thing. Thankfully, my God, that was gonna be. I would have had to bleach my eyes if that were to happen. The other thing that happened, the other terrible experience that I had with a furry was I was in a group of friends. And this motherfucker literally started disrespecting everybody, talking shit and all that stuff. And then the group admin literally asked him, "Hey, do you not consider any of us your friends, even though you've been hanging out with us a lot?" He said, "No, not at all." He literally didn't consider us friends despite hanging out for a long time. And he was extremely disrespectful to everybody, myself included. So, of course, we all agreed to the logical choice of removing him from the Discord. Those are some bad examples that I have had with furries in the past. But it's only those two instances. The majority of furries that I've met have been pretty chill. I have heard horror stories about them, but that's about it pretty much. Those are the two that I have to share. Alright, let's see what we got.
So furry conventions are a lot like most other conventions. An overcrowded hotel or convention center with barely any air conditioning. And the same can be said for deodorant and correct hygiene. As a matter of fact, most conventions, especially anime conventions, probably have their own putrid AoE effect, emitting gamma radiation enough to erode the insides of your nose.
Let's see, anime conventions, furry conventions, as you mentioned. Literally any type of convention is gonna reek. Especially if it's an anime gaming or any geek convention, it's gonna smell like ass. So if you can't afford to attend a convention, you can afford deodorant. Tip for you guys attending an event, always bring a fucking bar deodorant. Do not bring the spray deodorant because those things are flammable and they're not gonna allow you in the event with it. It has happened to me where I bring the spray deodorant, but they wouldn't let me in with it. So always get the bar deodorants. Gotta stay fresh, am I right?
Organizers actually have to remind convention goers to wear deodorant, which is... it's something. But as said, fairy conventions are set up like many other conventions. There's panels, small events, stalls for items like art, even a black market for adult items. Fuck? But fairy conventions are unique in that way, where other convention black markets probably have things like naked body pillows and that's it. But fairy conventions have bad dragons, and apparently it's a hobby to collect them now. I personally don't know why you'd want to tickle your colon, but you do you. But how are fairy cons different from things like Comic Cons, anime?
These motherfuckers literally collect sex toys. What the fuck? At least let me see some of these posters so I can heal myself mentally. Kaiju number 8, Frieren, Demon Slayer, Konosuba, My Hero. My god. I needed some of that healing. What do you mean?
Cons and BronyCons. Well, obviously it's down to the fact most of the attendees are wearing fursuits. Compared to anime conventions where you would see cosplays you'd probably recognize, at a fairy convention you probably won't recognize most characters, due to the fact most of them are their own creations and their own OCs.
True.
And there are a variety of builds. You've got the people that don't wear any suits at all, and are just there for the experience. You've got ones that only wear their heads because they can't afford the down payment for the rest of the suit.
They don't have the budget.
Suits. Some that are even modified to have AC units within them.
How the fuck does that work? How the fuck did you manage to install a fucking air conditioner into your suit? That is next level dedication right there. Like, having this bulky ass suit and installing a fucking air conditioner in it. That is wild.
Then you've got fursuits that look like they have a whole Abrams tank in their stomach.
No.
And looking like Executioner Small, who appear to be either fat or somewhat pregnant.
Motherfucker look like
Bacchus.
Bacchus.
Supposedly most times a form of adiophilia, which is an attraction to gaining weight. I personally don't get it. You'd probably need to refer to a professional in this subject. But there are a lot of fairy cons that I care.
Whatever tickles your pickle, am I right? I'm not gonna judge. The only motherfucker I'm gonna judge right now is the motherfucker with the Vaporeon! We all know what that shit has gone through! And no, I do not know about it, and I do not wish to know. You guys are not allowed to copy the Vaporeon copy pasta. You guys are gonna get banned immediately if you do.
Once again, mostly in America. You have cons like Anthro New England, Midwinter Frolic Anthro Expo. And
I'm kidding. Yes, I am going to judge the guy with the bloated belly, the motherfucker that looks like Bacchus. Why do people like this shit in a, suggestive way? No, I don't see that attractive. What the fuck?
Fair Squared. All happening this year. There's even VR fairy cons now, like Ferality hosted on VRChat, which apparently has its own private server.
Well, everybody, Shovel Knight is a furry confirmed, apparently.
And was said to be very well prepared with its own worlds.
Wait!
A lot of these conventions are non-profit and encourage donations to chosen charities for that convention. I would go so far as to say most fairy conventions are fairly normal in terms of structure and events. However,
keyword on fairly.
Some conventions have seen their fair.
Chat, is this normal to you? Fairly normal, by the way. Gas sick and some at furry convention. Very normal behavior according to royalties here. Who am I kidding? This is probably one of many incidents. Most likely.
Share of controversies, to the point where, like fairies themselves, Fairycons carry a negative stigma surrounding them, especially from outside of the community. And to be honest, giving the benefit of the doubt with the ones I looked into, and one I thought was completely fictional and at most an urban legend, I can see why some people aren't completely sold on fairy conventions, even when a majority of them are nothing like any of these. But the first controversy surrounding a fairycon I wanted to talk about is said urban legend. And if you're watching this video whilst eating, this is going to be a good tolerance test for your appetite.
Oh
so, be warned. But first, I need to warn you about something else. Something
is it?
that will have your nuts quaking with excitement. Something even you fairies out there can enjoy. We have once again partnered with Gamersubs with their new Kaiju Chandra, which brings a...
Now this is something we can buy. You know what? Chat, one day I wish I could get sponsored by these guys. Look at the type of shit that they do. Shit's fucking cool. Kaiju-chan, look at that. This shit is cool. This right here, this is my vibe. Violet and green. Yeah. Literally my vibe right here. If one day, if I become a bigger content creator, I'd love to get sponsored by these guys so I can have my own waifu cup. Yes, yeah, I am aware. I am aware that if we reach a certain threshold, we're gonna get a gender bent version of me. And yes, that's gonna be the one on the cup. Thirsty bastards. I'm kidding. But anyways, let's skip the ad. Yeah, let's just skip the ad.
And going back to the video, we'll be talking about a newly discovered flavor you
Gamersubs is dope though. You guys should buy some stuff.
Will not enjoy hearing about at all.
It's under the sauce.
The extra sauce pizza.
Under the sauce.
Now, as said before, the first controversy I thought was a little hoax, a little joke, a little trolling, if you will. Because I thought nobody in their right mind would do this. It's a joke I even included in my previous videos. And imagine my horror when I found out it was a canon event within this current timeline. And
What's
it didn't even happen too long
it?
ago. It's even that popular it has its own wiki page describing the events in detail. And disturbingly enough, there is even a video of these war crimes occurring. But what happened? So it was October 2021. COVID at the time was almost over, and the world was slowly returning back to normal, and fairycons were following that trend.
So it's post-COVID.
The convention Biggest Little FairCon 2021, held in Nevada, was just wrapping up its own convention, which was very successful. It had plenty of attendees and raised a lot of money for charities like No Kill Shelters for Animals, and was like every other FairCon. But little did the organisers know their event would be known for something else. After the conclusion of Biggest Little FairCon, there was another party just starting. An unofficial after party for the convention, if you will. It was advertised a few days prior to the FairCon starting.
Alright, I'm gonna take a guess. They poured a lot of drugs into the pizza. That's my guess.
With multiple tweets and even a PowerPoint presentation. And surprisingly enough, it was a pizza party of sorts. Because it wasn't a normal pizza party. First of all, there was only one pizza, and only one person from what we know was actually going to eat the pizza out of 19 attendees.
Isn't a large pizza like 12 slices? How are you gonna tell me that wait, do you like split the pizza even more, or one person is eating a large pizza and there's 19 attendees? How the fuck does that even work?
Attendees in a small hotel room. Now, only one person consuming the pizza wasn't down to the fact it was like a disgusting...
Okay, that's just nasty. What the fuck is that? Okay, chat, listen to me. Chat. Okay. If you like pizza with pepperoni, that's fine. You know, pizza with pepperoni is good because I like pizza with pepperoni. But what the fuck is this? What is that? That shit's even worse than pizza on pineapple, bro. That's worse than pineapple on pizza. Seeing this makes me want to go to the bathroom and hurl, bro. What is that? It's just nasty. Ew!
Pizza like pineapple. I still believe if you like that, you deserve to be kneecapped with salt rock shells.
Agree 100%!
And it wasn't down to the fact it was a Papa John's pizza, although this would be free advertising for Papa John's in the future.
No.
But this was intended, because only one person was going to eat it because of the ingredients, which was very unconventional at the time. These fairies were the
Okay, what thing did you put in the pizza? Surely it cannot be worse than pineapple or beans and ketchup, right? Right? Alright, let's find out.
Of a Columbus of discovering new flavors, because the process of producing said flavor was all 19 attendees gathering around the pizza and adding their own extra topping to said pizza. That being their own lineage, their own genetic code, their own baby goo, some would say. They all nutted on the pizza.
These motherfuckers nutted all over the fucking pizza. What? What? That's disgusting. Okay, it is worse than pineapple on pizza, and it definitely is worse than beans with ketchup on pizza. Oh my. Duck, please save me from this hell. Man, never mind. I think we're both stuck here. That shit is nasty. What the fuck? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Chat. We're only halfway through the video at the very least. Oh my god, we're halfway to the fucking video. And oh no, I'm starting to regret doing this stream with you guys. I'm regretting it 100%. Actually, no. The Ever Given video was pretty good, but what is this video, bro? What the fuck? Let's continue. Let's just continue, man.
All the attendees knew this was going to happen. An open invite to do this activity was...
Okay, the same important question goes for my ad friends, who's actually down to jizz on my pizza. Wines. I need at least 20 participants. Please reply if you want to contribute your jizz, or if you're very disgusted and confused, but now weirdly... What? I have an important question. Do you want this on my pizza party at BOFC? What the fuck is wrong with this person?
Was posted on Twitter, inviting people to come thicken the crust of their pizza. And what's worse is, somebody actually ate the pizza. And there is a video to corroborate it. Obviously, I can't show you the video. Because some of them have their sauce squirters still out, and one has theirs in a cage for some reason. And, you know, you can actually see the human bodily fluid sitting on top of the cheese like separated oil. Now, the person that posted this and created the event, to no one's surprise, was a fairy porn creator. Believe me, I looked at the Twitter, and it is just straight up 24/7 porn, or yiffing as the fairies call it.
Oh, so it's somebody who participates in that sort of shit, and they got forbidden arts in their page. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised about that? I'm genuinely surprised. I'm more surprised about the pizza than the fact that the person who orchestrated the whole thing was someone who has forbidden arts all over their page.
Never seen so many fairballs, but this historical event was in celebration of them reaching 2,000 followers on Twitter.
Seriously? 2,000 followers? 2,000 followers, some of them can be bots nowadays. I don't celebrate that amount on Twitter. Because, okay, yeah, I may have 300 followers on Twitter, but grand majority of them are just bots and art scammers. That's literally the reason why I don't celebrate it often. So yeah, for only 2,000 for 2,000 followers, knowing that some of them can be bots and scammers. I mean, seriously, why? Just why? For what purpose?
I don't know what their celebration for 10k is going to be. Maybe a free use glory hole.
I don't want to imagine.
But this event itself caused a lot of backlash. First, due to what happened
Rightfully
to the pizza
so.
afterwards, as the participants joked they left the cum pizza in the hallway for potentially others to find. But after people gave them shit for doing this, they quickly clarified they disposed of the pizza, and the whole hallway thing was part of the joke, although some people were skeptical. The next fallout was the fact this event was broadcasted all over the internet. It was spread within and outside the fairy community, especially due to things like the memes that were generated from it, like the pizza being in the hallway and the pizza itself.
No.
The potential consequence of this was that people outside the community...
This is why people hate furries. Absolutely repulsive, repugnant behavior. You should be ashamed. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. I can't believe I'm watching a video of you guys putting a pizza in the hallway right now.
They think this is normal for fairies to do, and may assume the worst of them.
I hope you get the clap or worse from that pizza and regret everything. Disgusting.
Buying into the stereotype that all fairies must be degenerates. Even people within the community were criticizing the creator, as they also thought it would add
This is the reason why nobody likes the furry communities.
to the negative stigma surrounding fairies. Overall, this event left a stain on the reputation of Biggest Little FairCon, at least for the year of 2021. It also caused some trouble for other events as well, as some people were making custom badges.
Color communication badge. Where is the pizza? A person wearing this badge wants to be taken to the nearest pizza party with all their friends and all their friends are holding pause and doing that on the pizza together.
Referencing the event and requesting an invitation to the next one. The creator did receive their fair share of hate for this. Once again, it possibly affected...
I hope you're... I hope your parents find this. I'm gonna show my parents and they're going to laugh and hug me. No, just no. There's no way, chat, if I was a parent and my kid was a furry, if they do this type of shit, I'd be like, I am so disappointed in you. Words cannot describe my disappointment. And you're fucked. You know what? No video games for a week, no internet for a month, and absolutely no furries for no fursuits are gonna be bought anymore. You've already blew a lot of cash on those. Hell no.
The reputation of fairies as a whole, due to the fact this story reached...
I mean, okay, look, I will support my kid on anything, but if they do this type of behavior, no. They're getting grounded. They're getting fucking grounded. Literally just put them in a hospital or something. I'm like, hey, kid, you good? You got over that attraction of furries you got? Alright. But yeah, I just want the best for the kid, that's all. If I ever have a kid one day.
A lot of people, and it became a whole ass meme, and the creator of it was banned from a...
6 months later, I am officially unbanned and my trespass has been removed from GSR for BOFC. Here's an absolutely beautiful art piece to commemorate the occasion. Thank you all to my friends who made this possible. You changed my life in so... Oh my god.
Few other fairy cons, albeit temporarily, but it didn't directly harm anyone. Except for the fact they probably didn't screen participants for STDs, which they probably should have. But the next one I wanted to talk about actually did do some damage.
Lake of chlorine.
That's another thing about furry conventions and why a lot of people consider them to be dangerous, because these motherfuckers literally have a chart of who did the deed with who in a convention and who passed the virus to who. Yeah, furry conventions are dangerous for that. So, yeah. Chlorine attack.
It's a furry convention.
Did I get that wrong?
There. Oh, gosh.
Okay.
So this event took place at the Midwest Fairfest convention in 2014. An event that usually operates from December 5th to the 7th. A convention once again like every other fairy convention, with around 4,500 attendees. And it was usually held in a large hotel.
Man, why can't we have hotels like that here in Puerto Rico? I mean, I'm pretty sure that there is a hotel like that, but look at this. Look at this hotel. I wish I could stay in a hotel like this. This is peak. This right here, absolutely gorgeous. I would love to stay in a hotel like this. If there is a hotel similar to this or that has a good aesthetic in Puerto Rico, do let me know. There's gotta be one out there. But I would love to stay in a hotel like this someday.
This year wasn't really going to stand out like any other year, or any other fairy convention, until it did, and it could have possibly led to people dying.
God.
On December 7th, the convention was going ahead, and everything seemed normal until around 12 o'clock, where people began to smell things like bleach and chlorine, some even saying it smelled like a swimming pool. Many of the event attendees and hotel staff began to complain about irritations in their eyes and breathing, so the emergency services were called. And later a hazmat team arrived to identify the cause of the smell, where it was discovered there was a broken glass container containing chlorine powder on the 9th floor stairwell. Now, chlorine powder can be fatal if...
Now that's actually pretty fucking bad. Dangerous even. Yes, chlorine powder can be fatal if it's not properly handled and there is no adequate ventilation. Chlorine gas, which is released when chlorine powder is exposed to moisture or reacts with other chemicals, is heavier than air and can accumulate in poorly ventilated areas. Prolonged exposure to even low levels of chlorine can cause serious health problems, including respiratory distress, lung damage, and even death.
You're exposed to it for an extended amount of time in an enclosed space with no ventilation. So the event and hotel as a whole were quickly evacuated, including people that were not even taking part in the event. Everyone was forced outside onto the street where news reporters quickly arrived to cover the story. 19 people were hospitalized with respiratory issues relating to exposure to the chlorine, and it took until 5 AM for the chemical to be removed and the hotel properly ventilated, where they started letting people back into the hotel. The good thing about this event was nobody died, and it's a good thing the emergency services were called when they were, limiting the amount of people exposed and harmed by the substance. Now, why was there chlorine powder at a fairy event? Well, I initially thought it was down to the cleaning staff for accidentally spilling something, but where would cleaning staff get pure chlorine to the point where it would actually kill somebody? It's like saying they had access to like Novichok or something. Well, apparently it wasn't incidental, but intentional. According to the emergency services, it appeared that somebody purposely did this.
The source of the gas was apparently chlorine powder left in a ninth floor stairwell at the Hyatt Regency O'Hare. According to the Rosemont Public Safety Department, investigators believe the gas was created intentionally and are treating it as a criminal matter. So they actually spread the thing on purpose.
Somebody went to the convention and purposely broke a glass container, releasing the dangerous substance. But nobody knew why. Were they targeting the fairies or somebody else at the hotel? Well, even to this day, nobody knows, because nobody was caught or arrested for.
The Rosemont Police Department launched a criminal investigation into the spread of the chlorine gas, enlisting the help of federal investigators. But more than a year later, no charges have been filed and neither agency has made an arrest. Today, the source of the chlorine gas that sickened 19 people and catapulted furries into the media spotlight remains a mystery. Convention attendees still reminisce about standing in the cold together until the wee hours of the morning. And while some laugh it off as an unfortunate one-time prank, many others are still searching for answers. What the fuck? That does not look like a one-time prank. What the fuck? This is a serious biohazard.
or the crime. But one of the most controversial factors, except for people possibly dying, was the coverage of the situation by news outlets, specifically by MSNBC. Due to the fact when the newscasters were covering the event, they began laughing at their newfound discovery that were fairies.
Hospitalized at a furry convention in Illinois after what's being called an intentional leak of chlorine
What's
gas.
a furry?
What's a
Did I get that wrong?
Along with convention attendees into the cold night, many still dressed in their furry costumes. The hotel was contaminated.
Hey!
Guests came back inside at 4 a.m. Police still treat the matter as a criminal investigation.
Could you check Amika, see if she's okay? She's over there somewhere.
This guy must have already known what fairies are, or just has the most magnificent poker face. However, some
motherfucker has a good poker face. I bet he's pretty good at casinos, you can tell.
people within the fairy community didn't like this, as you know, people could have died, and this was a serious event, but these guys were kind of just laughing at the fact that they just discovered a fairy. And some people attributed this event and the coverage
19 people hospitalized, all laughing. I know it was the anti-furries. Yeah, that's the standard human reaction to furries. I'm pretty sure that's domestic terrorism and attempted murder. Okay, I admit, furries is not my thing, but damn, this goes far.
Of it to how much people hate fairies overall, or just don't understand them. Also, the event organizers didn't offer.
Furfest organizers said in the statement that neither they nor the hotel would offer refunds because the incident was an unforeseen criminal act. Still, organizers said in the statement late Sunday morning that the Furfest would go on.
For a refund at all. However, the next convention, although it was significantly less dangerous than the one I just mentioned, it didn't show the fairy community in the best light.
Oh no. Oh no, not Rainforest again! Chat. If you guys know, if you know, you know. There is like 2 videos about Rainforest. Funnily enough, one of them is from Internet Historian, which we saw earlier. And another one, it's from a girl who does a lot of makeup. I think it's gonna show the video here, the videos over there. She does really good makeups though. You guys should check her out. I don't remember the name, but I do know that she does her makeup is, holy shit, is it cool? So cool. But yeah, a bit of history about Rainforest. Rainforest literally, let's just say that they painted furries into a bad spotlight. I mean, back in the day, I used to hate furries a lot. This event was many other reasons why I hated furries back in the day. Granted, you know, years passed and I'm much more wiser, so I'm like, you know what, furries are all right. They're not harming anybody. Well, except for the ones who use drugs and shit, but you know.
Not even the carrion eaters are interested in your radiated corpse.
Rainforest Con in 2015 was a con where the fairy community looked like absolute fiends, mainly due to their shenanigans. Said shenanigans that were conducted like they were trained in guerrilla warfare, with how much damage they caused from this, which
these motherfuckers were menaces at this. These motherfuckers were menaces to society in this event.
May have contributed to the fact that said con was never hosted again and was suspended indefinitely. So
rightfully
Rainforest
so,
Con
as it
2015 was a fairy convention held in a Hilton hotel near the Seattle SeaTac Airport in Washington. Having stayed in a Hilton hotel myself, it is definitely RNG. Some Hiltons will be the best stay of your life, and some others you would think you were staying at a cheap motel with copious amounts of pubic hairs and semen stains.
That's just nasty.
There is no in between. But that year the theme was...
So that was Hilton, right? Hilton Hotels RNG? Got it. That's why I stay at Sheraton.
Swords and sorcery. And in the opening ceremony, in conjunction with the theme, the organisers dispelled the rumour that the FairCon was under an evil curse.
I am absolutely sure there is no truth to the rumour that Rainforest is under an evil curse.
Little did they know it was under an evil curse,
Oh,
as
no.
all of the 7 sins were about to be committed. Within
Oh,
the few
no.
days the event was active, there were a lot of things that happened at this event, but to save your time, so you can go back to whatever mundane activities you had to do today, here's a short list of what happened. Somebody purposely flooded a public toilet within the hotel by messing with the screws that kept it secure, and even flooded the basement. They broke one of the elevators of the hotel. They threw multiple towels into a hot tub and blocked the main.
Due to vandalism, the hot tub is closed the rest of the con. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Hot tub pipe, so it was permanently damaged and required repairs. There were reports of filled diapers being shoved into toilets and left on top of cars, some saying the smell was terrible.
Alright, the ones in the cars. Can't forget about that one.
People were going out in public in adult diapers and BDSM gear. Someone allegedly shat in the pool.
Wearing revealing gear and taking a dump in pools makes for a good laugh, but I dread to be the one on the con staff. What do you mean it make for a good laugh? What the fuck? This isn't even funny. This is just wild. The fuck?
And left a floating log in it. Smoke detectors were removed.
Please retweet. If anyone messed with the smoke alarm in the room, tell Rainforest staff ASAP. We almost got kicked out because of your idiocy.
From some rooms, obviously, so
it isn't a con without the fire department.
So they could smoke within their own room. Litter and fairy stickers were left all around the hotel. Some showing NSFW fairy yiffing or something.
No.
There were reports of drug dealing, apparent drug overdoses, and
these
copious
drug
amounts of
overdoses.
alcohol.
Room bar for RF 2015 has started. Not seeing in the 500W speaker currently playing Andrew WK. Party, party, party hard.
Alcohol consumption. Some attendees were said to be pissing on the beds, and most rooms were severely damaged or required a lot of cleaning.
Did that look like
is
an
just a
Amogus
short
piss?
list,
What the
by the way.
fuck?
This event was an absolute disaster. Or was it? Now, in recent years...
There she is! Izzy. Izzy's. This is the one that does the cool ass makeup. Look at that makeup. That makeup looks cool. Yeah, her makeup is really cool. I like the makeup. And look at that. Internet Historian's video is literally up there as well. So you guys can see exactly how monumental this event was, and why a lot of people started seeing these furries with a bad look. You guys can see why people started giving them the evil eye, myself included, at the time, of course.
There have been a lot of videos about this convention, many saying the same things I just said. Although I did miss the part where they apparently drilled a glory hole in the toilet. That would have been my favourite part to cover. There is a lot of contention to some of the claims made. First, some of the people that supposedly attended it claim there has been a lot of misinformation spread about the con, intentionally by some fairies.
Okay, this is gonna be a good read. I was there. It was a good party, but oh man, the staff had no idea what they were doing. They'd stop random people in the halls and sniff their drinks to make sure it wasn't alcohol. Nobody respected them, and it showed. But half the stuff you see about it online was fake. There was never a glory hole, no diapers in the hot tub, or any of that. A few dedicated Twitter shit posters started rumors and embellished things like mad. And then years later, folks like the Internet Historian just took that famous Imgur screen cap album to be truth. The one famous picture of the guy in a pup mask and diaper was at like 1 in the morning outside a King panel briefly. Was blown way out of proportion. The hot tub did get damaged by someone shoving towels in the filter. The naked dude getting chased by security while way too high on mushrooms was real. I know some folks on the board of RF, and the main thing that actually killed it was the non-stop 9/11 calls from drug overdosers, the mountains of empty nitrous cartridges left in the rooms, and the flooded bathroom in the lobby. It was disrespectful folks trashing the place and partying too hard that it got shut down. Everyone just tries to blame it on the Kingsters. because it makes for a better story. Okay. All of this shit, yeah, that was wild. But nitrous oxide canisters, chat? Again, that is a serious problem, especially for a huge convention. Hell no. I would have canceled the whole thing immediately. Just to see how they misbehave after that.
That do this at other cons.
You'll notice that in a lot of, let's say, videos and other places that have covered rainforest, you'll notice that there's one Twitter account that shows up multiple times that that was somehow able to catch and document so many of these things that were happening that they just so happened to be right in front of. A Twitter user by the name of just
they had
made
to
a bunch of shit up.
I tried looking for the Twitter user they were talking about, but they apparently don't exist anymore. At least when I tried.
Deleted their account,
there
probably.
was a big drug problem at the event, which even the organizers years later admitted to.
It lists a bunch of bullet points about things that they had a problem with. So let's start with, if there is 10, I don't know that there's 10, I think there might be more or less. Only 2 of those bullet points did not talk about drugs.
Oh.
So, in my mind, drugs was the major problem.
Second.
Yeah, if drugs is the major problem in your convention, I would have, I would just end the convention right then and there. Because that shit is not allowed in a convention. That sort of behavior, no. Just no.
Events like the diapers and BDSM wear in public were supposedly outside a fairy kink festival, so they went just walking around all day like this.
We already read this.
I don't know if that's positive PR or negative PR, but yep, okay. But it was said that
Probably
some of the
both.
claims were created by trolls within the community.
At ours, there was one bathroom that got flooded, and some people spread the rumor or said that it was sabotage, and other people just said it was a big guy sitting on the toilet and it broke. So it's a 50-50, who knows. Vandalism was like a very minor part. Never in the entire duration of us being at Rainforest did the hotel ever.
But wait, what about the hot tub with the towels? Isn't that considered vandalism? That's also pretty serious because you're costing thousands of dollars in damages, pretty much. And the fact that these motherfuckers managed to get away with it is wild.
Never approach us about paying for any damages to public spaces. Vandalism was not talked about in that letter.
Oh.
But there definitely was a drug problem, and the event did eventually get shut down.
Okay.
But other things that were talked about were things like 2,000 nitrous oxide cartridges just left there. 2 drug overdoses that required ambulances. The quote-unquote week-long party. So, a drug arrest in the adjacent parking lot, a person that police
Discord light mode!
First group. So again, and that was a drug dealing arrest. So, this is sort of where it got a bit extreme.
Please get it out of the screen!
First volunteer staff member was reported to have sexually assaulted a female. The responding sheriff charged the man.
Oh god, it keeps getting worse the more I hear about it. What the fuck?
Space. So we called the police as soon as we found out. We called the hotel in as soon as we found out. The sheriff came over. He was handcuffed, brought to the car, and then unhandcuffed and let go. I don't know what the status of any charges are. It's, a guest room smoke detector was tampered with and discarded in a guest corridor.
Yeah, they're blurring the
and
documents.
That is, unfortunately, one that is very serious.
And allegedly some people within the community were sending this information to any hotel and convention they were looking at for the next event, so they just couldn't find a place for the next convention or to move this convention, so they just cancelled it.
The point where we have decided that we're going to try to find a new venue. We go around, we try to find a bunch of new venues. Couldn't find anything in the local area. It seemed strange, almost as if like they were being talked to. And so then we go to Spokane, and that's when we find out for sure that there is a furry out there who is sending letters to every potential venue for Rainforest.
But that is the other side of the story, so to speak. I personally wasn't there. I was a little spam cell playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 at the time, but I would have loved if that Glory Hole story was true. It would have been
you
so
know what?
funny.
Royalty is free. Royalty is free, secretly a furry confirmed. He really loves that Glory Hole so much. In conclusion.
There's a Glory Hole at a fairy convention work, like, is there a flap on the front, or does the fair just get stuck in there? It's a conundrum. So in conclusion, these were some of the more notable fairy conventions that may have generated the negative stigma surrounding fairies and fairy cons. I don't think all fairy cons are like this, but from what I have seen, most fairy conventions are normal. Although I've never taken part in it because,
why not?
Once again, not a part of that community. But I think some content creators that have actually investigated fairy cons in person discover pretty quickly there's nothing nefarious happening at most of these events, and in some cases they end up looking like the weird ones.
You know what I mean? Almighty Tim, make us furries! Yeah!
What the fuck?
Fairies, as always, still have a negative stigma around them, some saying they're all degenerates due to some members of the community, but hey, if that was true, it's also true that every Hearts of Iron player is a femboy. Also, do not deposit your seed onto consumable items for the love of God, even if you're bulking and need that protein boost. Just don't do it. But yeah, that's all I had to say, and bye-bye.
Okay, you know what? That was not bad. That was not a bad video. Okay, the content in the video, yeah, they were bad, but my goodness gracious. What do you mean? On a goddamn pizza? Really? A freaking pizza? That's just wild. That's just absolutely fucking wild. But yeah, now you guys can see why furries get a terrible reputation nowadays. Mostly because of Rainforest though. Rainforest was like the biggest catalyst for all that shit happening. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? What the what the fuck is this, bro? What is this? I'm concerned. Okay, I'm very concerned. What the fuck is this? Oh no. Okay, I am very concerned. The fucking name of the video. Oh no. Welcome to what? Welcome to what? I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this shit. Chat. We're not even a second into the video. And this is the first shit you see. What the fuck is this? Who was it that recommended this? Oh my god. You know what? Let's just watch the fucking video. I'm very concerned. How many minutes is it? 2 minutes. It's not that long. Oh my god, Jesus fucking Christ. All right, man. What do you have to say about pussy?
This is Pussy.
Okay.
I will now show you Pussy, the beautiful village in the French Alps, about 9 kilometers down the valley from Moutier in the Savoie region. Pussy is very well signposted. However, most men will never.
It's so wild. Prochain Solche. Wait, this is French. This is literally French. And the town is called Pussy. What the fuck?
Find it, as they are terrible at asking for directions.
All right, chat. Which way you want to go? Rognay, Cellier, Col de la Madeleine, or Pussy? Bonneval. Why? I think they're gonna have to change the name of that place.
And end up just pointing and giggling. So, a little known fact, Pussy was first discovered by the Romans.
Okay.
His name?
Because Dickens?
Pussius. All the inhabitants here love pussy. So back in the 1500s...
That sounded so wrong out of context! What the fuck? I got distracted for a minute. And that's the first shit I heard. Are you serious? Oh my god. Pussy Fête du Pain. 10 Juliet 2022. Oh my god. July 10th.
Pussy counted about 1,700 inhabitants. By the 1700s, this is halved to 700. And by the 1900s, this had shrunk again to 300. Which goes to show that this pussy has shrunk over time.
Oh my god.
Must have something to do with the Kegel exercises. Behold, the Pussy Church.
The what church?
Where men and women of all denominations are free to pray at the altar of Pussy. I, like many people...
I can't take this video seriously. Why? Why? Who said this shit?
Whatever the weather, enjoy Pussy outdoors, with the fresh mountain air and open spaces. In the winter, even though it's surrounded by copious shrubbery, it can still feel a bit frigid. Without any Brazilian residents, the bushes in Pussy have become a bit overgrown. In the summer, it is swelteringly hot, and it's even more humid indoors. And I can tell you one thing, you do not want to get sweaty when you're in Pussy. So in Pussy, they all also love to make their own honey, and I've been told it's lovely, sticky and sweet. Oh, no. So for those who like wild water sports, there's a very popular canyoning location at the top of town, guaranteed to get you wet.
Oh
so
my god!
The Beacon Pussy in Chalet G, an exquisite chalet to visit. However, the postman finds it very difficult to find and deliver the goods. As we now leave this beautiful Pussy, if you have found this slightly amusing, please finger the subscribe button down below, tickle the like button, and if you'd like to gently stroke,
stop, man,
in the comments down below.
No.
Ciao.
No, I swear this is no. Chat, I swear that shit was intentional. There's no. Chat, there's just no. Chat, there's way too many innuendos. What do you mean? Oh my god. What the fuck? Who sent this shit, bro? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck, dude? Alright. How many videos do we have? We got one more. And then we can finish it off for the night. Oh, this one is a short actually. Okay. This is not a video. Okay, at least we can go. We can watch. Yeah, we can watch one more. Yeah, we can literally watch one more. This is a short, by the way. Okay, so the short is literally called Jason the Win Explains Clip Farming. Why the fuck did somebody send me this? Is it because I've been posting more frequently on TikTok? Is that it? I mean, is that the reason why? Simply because I've been posting daily on TikTok from now on, and now people think I'm a clip farmer. Is that the reason why they sent me this? I mean, it's just a short. It can't. Let's just watch it. Can't be that bad. Yeah, let's search. Let's see what we got.
Walk us through the fine art or science of clip agriculture and farming.
All right, so when you start a stream, you have one goal, and it's to farm at least 50 clips a stream. I mean, how else are you supposed to...
Whoa. Repeat that shit again? What did this motherfucker say? Hold on a second. No, wait. I think I'm gonna that I did not hear that, right? I better not have heard that. I'm gonna have an aneurysm if I did. I am gonna have an aneurysm if I heard that right. What did this motherfucker just said?
Alright, so when you start a stream, you have one goal, and it's to farm at least 50 clips a stream.
50 clips a stream? 50 clips a stream? That shit is physically impossible. You're talking to a motherfucker that has to manage all of this in the shoes of a VTuber, a social media manager, an editor, a shorts editor. This is physically impossible for a small creator. 50 clips? Are you mental? I stream 5 times a week. That's an equivalent of 250 clips per week. Motherfucker, that shit is impossible. You expect me to be a fucking bot or a fucking clanker working my ass off with no sleep, no rest, when the human body needs food? The human body needs to consume food. 50 clips a stream? Get out of here. No, that's just no. That's the end of the stream. No, that's it for today. That's pretty much it for today. What the fuck, man? No, that shit. Okay, everything was going all right, but that shit pissed me off. Fuck out of here with that shit. Hell no. Fuck out of here, dude. What do you mean? Okay, that shit actually pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, it's already time. It's already 9, which means that we are already done with all of the. We're already done with all of the clips for tonight. DJ, you can play the music back again. Dude, what do you mean 50 clips? Anyways, that's gonna have to be it for tonight's stream. Which, honestly, I mean, a lot of these videos were pretty wild. That last one, nah. That last one literally grinded my gears, chat. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit. It's okay. You know, I wasn't planning for this stream to be that long, to be honest. So, yeah, at least you guys can watch something else if you want. Because you guys know what time it is. It's time for Raid a Streamer, where we raid a streamer at the end of this stream. Now, who shall be my raid victim? Who are we going to raid tonight? Let's see. Oh god. Sabby Webb seems to be in a little bit of drama right now, so I mean, he is playing Final Fantasy VII. He has been in Boiling Water currently. But you know what? It's not gonna stop me from raiding him, motherfuckers. Alright, chat, here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to blast you guys straight towards Sabby Webbs. He may not be a VTuber. He may not be a VTuber. He may not be doing the same shit we're doing today, but we're gonna raid his ass right now, alright? Yeah, we're just gonna raid him. You know, we're just gonna say hi to him, I guess. I don't know if he's gonna see the message, but yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow so we can read Cinder's 1008 pages, because tomorrow we're gonna be going to the bow section of the document. And until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye!